We are starting all together at this episode 4 of the Boss Ladies Takeover Show.
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
I feel like that was a jab because we starting at the same time, ladies.
No, because I really haven't came up with like an intro for it yet,
Okay.
Maybe one of the singers will come up with an intro and, we could do a whole video and stuff. I think that'd be pretty dope. But for now, we're just here. And of course, we're gonna start with a mental check, ladies. How are we doing today?
Let's start first.
You know what? To be honest, I felt the energy from everyone the last few weeks. You can tell by just the little bit of words everyone said in like the group chat. I'm like, everyone is experiencing everything at the same time right now.
I'm telling you, it's been one heck of a wait, honey. I don't like turning.
I think it's
people, but yeah.
ever since we had that solar eclipse and that shift in the universe, we all like, wait a minute. We weren't ready yet. So
I believe that. I do believe that. You know how every time it's like daylight season, people like, my whole life has changed. I don't feel the same. I'm blaming everything on the eclipse.
Okay. You know what? Yeah, I am too. I'm gonna start doing it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But we're gonna start with this every week. Everyone has a different hairstyle, I've noticed.
Yep.
That is so true. Just switch it up.
Okay, one by one. Let's talk about our new style today.
Okay. Who's starting first?
Well, I'll start. It's the same style, just refreshed in darker colors, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little So that was me. Keep it light. I like to keep it simple because, like I said, I haven't found a stylist that I'm comfortable with, but I found a braider that I'm comfortable with so far. So until I find a stylist, I'll keep the braid hairstyles for now, if that makes sense.
Do you ever do it yourself?
I did it myself all during COVID. I had no choice then. And so that's when I learned a lot of things to do during COVID. So I'm glad I wasn't too lazy because at the end of the day, I have a lot of thick hair. So if I didn't do it during COVID, I would have never been on screen. My camera would have always been off.
Girl, you got slap one of them wigs on. Keep it pushing.
It will have to be a curly one because all the thickness you're gonna have to pat down. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm good with that. Come on, ladies.
Okay, Chanel.
Chanel.
Me?
Yes.
Well, as you can see, I cut it off. I cut it on Friday. Super excited about it. Impromptu decision. Just walked in and said, "What do you think about this cut?" And my stylist was like, "Go for it." I was like, "But I don't know because I want my hair to be long." And he was like, "Just go for it." So we went for it. And this, I never had signs though. That was super cool. I never had the little lines and stuff. Never had it in my head. I had either a really, really, really low cut, or like had the sides, faded or whatever, but never like little zigzags and stuff. So I was super excited about that.
Yes.
Really great.
Yes.
So your
I'm
stylist
scared to wear
would
hair
do
like that, honey. I'm super scared. Like I
why?
look so ugly.
No, you would not.
I'm
No.
serious.
No, you would not.
I really think I would.
You have the face for it.
Yes, you do.
Everybody can do it.
Yes, you do.
I mean, to say everybody do it, but I'm saying you have the face for it.
Yes.
You can.
You really do.
I used to wear my hair short a long time ago. When I was way younger, like maybe like just beginning in my 20s. I used to wear my hair short, but I don't know.
Then do this. Get a
I've
short wig.
short hair stage.
Get a short wig and just see if you like it.
Yeah.
I used to tell people that's the best way.
Yeah, I haven't seen a short, cute wig. You get what I mean? Like I haven't seen a cute. It be looking like grandmama-ish. Even though I am a grandmother, but
But no,
no. I don't want to look like a grandmother.
That part. Yeah, I get you on that one. Yeah.
I think it's so much competition out here now in the hair industry that a lot of the main places where you would normally go for wigs and stuff, they're not really getting too much inventory because there's so much competition still on all their customers. So they're like, we're not going to buy so many different varieties of people not even buying them. If you notice, everyone is doing their hair online now. They don't need them anymore. You know, so
no.
Am I just gonna wear one? Just make sure it looks real.
Right.
But, you know, I'd rather it look as natural. I mean, obviously we know it's not real, but as natural as possible. If it doesn't, I'm like, I don't want it. I don't.
Right.
Yeah, definitely that. Yeah, and not spending a lot of money on hair. Like a lot of money on hair. It's awful. Like it's real like an addiction.
It is. Yeah.
no, I get it.
Caught up.
That's why I'm glad I'm out that life. I used to wear wigs all the time.
Really?
I mean, I used to get my hair washed and braided every 2 weeks, looking like Cleo from Set It Off. And then
Stop it.
I'm so serious. Like I'll be ready to fight every time I get my fresh cornrows. But I used to love going wig shop, and it's interesting because like my brother-in-law and stuff, they always like, Quest, you have such long thick hair. Why don't you wear your normal hair? I'm just like, are you going to keep it up, the maintenance?
Exactly.
Are you going to do the upkeep every day? Because when I used to wear my hair, back then I was entertaining like every day, so I was always sweating my hair out if I wore my natural hair, and it just takes too much time, and my schedule is already crazy that even though I would love to, it just time wasn't on my side.
Natural hair is deaf. I thought it was going to be easier. Like when I went natural, I was like, oh, it's going to be easy. I mean, it's natural hair, no chemicals, just what. It was more work. It was more work, and I'm like, oh, I can't do this. It's a lot. So yeah, I get that. 100%.
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of upkeep.
Yes, it is. And if you don't know,
you can't have a lot of everybody in your hair. So your natural hair, you can't have just any or everybody in your hair. You have to have that one special person that can bring out, the growth and everything in it. Like, it's crazy that it has to be that way. But you do find that one beautician that know how to make your hair grow, and that's the person you stay with.
Man, the 1 and 2 times my mom didn't do my hair and I went to somebody else is the same times I had to shave it off and start all over. And then, I mean, I had the whole Tina Turner, feel like I was combing it and my hair just kept coming out.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I went through that
whole experience. Yeah, Nicole?
I went through that when I was pregnant with my daughter. It's a surreal experience. It's a surreal experience because it's one thing. Let me say this. It's one thing when you want to decide to cut your hair. It's another thing when it takes over and you have no control.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, wait a minute. Like I was literally in the shower washing my hair. And I didn't know about alopecia then. I didn't know anything about that. And it started at the crown of my head. And I was just washing it. And I was just like, I was feeling hair, but I was like, okay, that's, a little shedding here and there. But then when it was just like completely coming out, and I'm like, it was devastating. I cried. I had a surreal experience, and then I didn't talk about it. I just went to my hairdresser and said, no hair, and I didn't know anything about wigs. I was not a wig person at all, and so she, literally, the woman that I was seeing, the hairstylist I was seeing at the time, like you said, DJ Queen, she doctored it up. I mean, she was massaging it. She sent me to another doctor where they had to inject stuff in my scalp, which was like really painful. But at the same time, it's just like, I can't walk around bald. It's one thing if I choose to be bald.
Mm-hmm.
It's another thing that I have to be bald because my hair has decided to come out. But it comes from stress. It comes from when you're carrying somebody else. It's not just you. It's also, the baby that you're carrying on the inside of you.
That's right.
And
Is
especially
that a common thing with pregnancy?
not as common. I think that a lot of women that deal with a lot of underlying stress, because it starts from stress. But our crown, and it's amazing how they have the Crown Act now, and how our crown, it normally starts, especially for Black women, in your crown.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that is, it goes deep for, when you think about, we always call each other queens and everything, but we have our crowns. Our crowns are who we are. We are always transforming our crowns, even though, we always display different hairstyles and different personalities, but we can't change our crown. You see what I'm saying? So our crown is deep rooted. Yeah, I'm going deep today.
Right.
Okay.
You going to the motherland on this one, baby.
Our crown is deeply rooted within us. And so no matter what transition that we choose to display to the world in terms of our hair, we're just showing you our versatility. But our crown is who we are. It's who we want to be displayed as. So when we put on our, our uniqueness, our additions and stuff, we have to display our crown a certain way. But we're also, as women, and what we're being taught now, it's learning how to protect our crown, learning how to, give our body the nourishments that it needs so that we can be able to grow healthy hair.
Right.
So that if we choose to cut our hair, we know that it's going to grow back healthy because we're doing what we need to do to take care of our crowns. Yeah. So, I think that we all, and this is what I'm discovering, that when you're transforming in your season, you got to switch it up a little bit. You got to switch it up a little bit. And it's taking that leap of faith, where you just like, you know what? I'm going in the shop today and I'm going to cut my sides off. And that's what I'm going to do.
Why did you sound like Chanel when you said that?
Because I'm an actress, darling. I'm an actress. I listen to my audience. That's my boo thing. She knows it. She knows it. So, but no, I think that, our crown is, it defines who we are, in our own rights. And as long as we find the beauty within ourselves, and that's what I'm learning, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It matters what I think. It matters what you think, and I'd be one to say that, everybody can't wear certain hairstyles, but if you don't try it, you would never know what you can wear.
So true.
So
I'm not the piece to try, but a failure. Not the piece to failure, but a try.
Yeah, not
well,
to be like mean or nothing. No, but I was in the store earlier and this lady was like, she liked my hair, and I was like, oh, thank you. And I wanted to compliment her on hers. But I didn't want to lie. So I just said thank you and walked on by, because she had on this yellow wig. She had on this yellow wig that I didn't think was flattering. So I just said thank you and walked on by. I didn't want to lie just because we both have different hair. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to be funny. So I just said
yellows and some blues. I could do some blues. I feel like, to me, if you wear like eccentric colors like that, your hair has got to be styled in a way that makes sense with that color. I don't know.
Like with these, they came with with yellow and green in the packets. But I told her, let's take all those out.
Right.
And just use the pink, purples, and blues because they work better together.
Right. Yeah. I mean, because it makes sense. I don't know.
Yes.
It just yours makes sense. It was this girl work at McDonald's right around the corner from my house. And I went there one night, and Lord have mercy. I mean, ooh, please God bless me. It was the ugliest thing. Her hair was the ugliest I ever seen in my life, and it was yellow too. But she felt confident. You don't want to break down nobody's confidence. So I told her that her hair was good. She was like, "Ooh, thank you."
See, the difference is you lied.
When I rolled it, I was like, "Who this?"
You know what they say.
But you never know. I'm gonna speak up on that one. Here's the thing. I wouldn't say it was a lie. Okay. I would say is that you have to understand that certain people do certain things for attention because they're missing something within themselves.
Oh,
so her giving right. So I'm sure your compliments might have boosted something in her that she needed.
And
because
that's why I said it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get it.
We have terms for that. We have terms for that. The terms is, okay, I see you, Yellow. Okay, Yellow. You have to use the terms where you're not lying. You know what I'm saying? But you're still protecting yourself. Okay.
Right.
Oh,
I wouldn't do y'all like that. Like, if I was to see y'all look the mess, I'd be like, listen, Nicole, listen, Chanel, T, listen, let's try it again.
Please.
Yeah.
Okay, Aaliyah. Try again.
Right, hey.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Well,
T, you wanted to go here though. You wanted to go with the hair. So we were just following suit.
Chanel started it. It was all Chanel doing. Okay, because when she came on the camera like this. Right?
Right. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm
saying? She came slayed.
She wanted us to highlight, you know what I'm saying, the missing of the strength on the side. But we here. Okay?
Woo.
So before we went live, I heard Nicole and Queen talking about churn and saying that I'm done, right? Now let me ask you this. Once we get to a certain stage in our lives, or once we get to a certain number, we're good, right? So when it comes to getting to like a new relationship, is there a possibility that you may change your mind if that other person may want a child with you, or you just like, I'm good and I need my person to be good with it, because if you're not, then we good.
She laughing.
I see it. That's why I want her to start.
That look so like, wait a minute.
Somebody.
Oh, me?
Here's I'll
yeah,
first.
go ahead.
So I'm gonna put Lord Jesus, I'm gonna put my business out there. Okay, so in 2021, I got my fibroids removed. Because I had 8. So I'm 4'11". You all know that's a lot to carry. It's like carrying a child. They were about this big. Right. So I got all 8 removed. And it did come across my mind, like, what if I meet somebody and he doesn't have kids? Because I'm like this. I have 2. I have a 20-year-old and I have a 16-year-old. So for me, it's a wrap. I just turned 47, boo. I ain't had no more kids. So, but I did think, but what if I meet somebody, he doesn't have any, he wants some, like, what do I do? Like, do I, like, well, you can have mine, but they gone, but you ain't got to change no pampers, you ain't got to do formula, we ain't got to do all that. But I was like, you know what? I'm not dating anybody right now. This is my body, my health. You know, I want to be around so I can see my grandkids, you know. So it's just a sacrifice that you have to make and a choice, you know. Now, who's to say? I may be open to adoption. Like if he wants to adopt, absolutely. So he can have that experience. But nah, boo, ain't nothing coming out of me no more. I'm sorry. The shop's closed.
Okay. I'm gonna ask one serious question, just because I'm just curious. So when it comes to the fibroids, once you take them out, like you can't have children after that, or it's more complicated.
It's no. I'm not gonna say that you can still have like I took everything out. You know, I just kept a portion of my my uterus.
That's right. You telling Brenda. Okay.
Wow.
So
I'm sorry. Wait? I was reading the comment from Brenda. What you say?
Ooh, honey, she said that.
Right. You can still have children. I got everything out. I just kept a part of my uterus, ovary, just a little piece. But it's up to you. Like if I wanted to go back in and say, hey, you know, take it from, but you got a lot of injections and stuff that you got to do. I ain't trying to go through all that. Okay. So for me, it was mandatory because my health was starting to take an effect on me. So it's just like, get them out. And now it's like having real conversations with my doctor now because it's premenopausal time now. It's like, what? Yeah. I'm always hot. My girlfriend and I were out the other day and she was just like, you having a moment, aren't you? I was like, girl. And the hair ain't helping. I'm like, oh, Lord Jesus.
Chanel, go like this.
So, yeah.
I understand. But I like that perspective too. Because a lot of people don't think about that. It's like, it's mainly more like health reasons versus I'm older now, I'm good, like I'm straight. It's more like literally there's a lot involved in that. So with you, Queen, if you don't mind sharing a little bit.
No, I think for me, it's because I started having kids early. You know, I was 15 with my first. So, you know, and when I got married, I've always wanted 4 kids. And I got my 4th after I got married to my ex-husband. And I was just like, that's it for me. Like I don't want it anymore. I mean, I have baby fevers like maybe like every month, but I have my grandkids.
So you have 1 child?
No, I have 4.
4. So you got your 4. Okay.
I got my 4. So after I had my 4th, I didn't want no more. I was like, ain't no need to have no more. So when I have my baby fever, I just, you know, get my grandkids. And then I can send their behinds on back. Okay, I'm tired of you now. Going back to your mom, going back to your dad, you know. So, I mean, but yeah, I had fibroids too. I had mine removed in 2021. No, 2023. No, 2022. Oh, okay. Sorry. 2022, I had mine removed. And I was so happy. They made it to where I can't have any more kids. I didn't get a full hysterectomy or a partial hysterectomy. I forget the name of that procedure that they gave me, but basically, I want menstrual or all types of stuff. Like, they like burnt the they landed my cervix.
What is it called?
I forget what it's called.
I know what you're talking about. I had the same thing.
Something like that.
Liposcopic.
Yeah. And so
I had the same thing
with that. So, you know, no children from me. Even if I could have children, I would not have any kids. I don't think. Not unless my man now want kids. But you want kids, babe? Yeah, he said he want. Well, I would have kids then, I guess.
That's what I was wondering. Like, so now that you in a new relationship.
Y'all heard it first. I would have a kid then.
See, that's what I was wondering. So now that you're in a new relationship, You know what I'm saying? And you have the conversation. He wants the babies, then
Yeah. So yeah,
okay.
we have to think about that.
Like, I ain't putting you on the spot, but I'm putting you on the spot.
Right.
So you should know, or you want me to go?
Well, I don't have children, so for me, it wouldn't be a matter of, oh, if I got with someone I already had children, if he wanted more, would I have them? Do I want children? I do and I don't. But I'm open to it. I'm open to having children. Absolutely.
Okay.
What?
It's your,
I'm sorry.
it's TQuest turn. I was
Oh,
just
yeah,
waiting. I'm like,
let me get my tea.
See, this is what I be talking.
right.
I honestly think people tune into to shows because I never talk about my personal business, so they always wonder about my personal business. But just like Queen, I wanted 4 children. I wanted to like adopt 16 of them. I wanted to buy a whole orphanage. Like I just wanted to save the world as much as I can.
As a young girl.
You know what I'm saying? But that was my dream then. That was my dream then, to have the picket fence, the golden retriever, and a little dog named Fifi, like the whole thing, right? But as you grow older, things start to change. So then now I'm in the mindset of, all right, if I'm dating someone, I would love for us to start our family fresh with no children, but then you have to be realistic. Well, we are getting older, so you may meet people who already have children. And I think it's really interesting that people our age will still be like, well, I want to start fresh with my mate. You know how old we are? Like, it's a high percentage that people already have children,
Right.
but people's standards are their standards. So to each his own. But
Yeah.
as I grow older, the way I feel about it has changed. I remember coming to a point like I'm at this point now. I don't know if I want children, but if I meet someone and they want children, then I would do that for my mate, right? And then but now today, I'm with someone and I'm like I'm good, I'm good. And the only reason I say I'm like that mommy season. It's not my season. It's no longer my dream. It's no longer my reality. And it took me a while to be okay with it, but I'm okay. He had his children and now we're at a place where we just gonna get married and go right and straight into like retirement vibes. His children are grown. So it's okay, you know what I'm saying? But there was still a season where it used to sting a little bit, like around Mother's Day.
Yeah.
When I'm like spoiling everyone, get my mom a gift, my sisters a gift, my aunt a gift, and then they're like, Happy Mother's Day, and they be like, oh wait, I'm sorry, Gwen, you ain't a mother, and they don't realize that thing stings to certain women.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like I get what you're saying, but it was a season where it really used to hurt. Like I was less than everybody else on this day. Like I dreaded Mother's Day because I didn't want nobody making that mistake. But that was just something that I had to understand and realize. Like this is just not my reality. And I'm okay with that. Because now I can leave when I want. I can travel when I want. And I'm just in a season like, I'm good. This is my reality. And most people can't face their reality. And we already have that conversation. He's older. I'm older. We're just going to enjoy each other. And when we see people with their kids, hey, how you doing? Okay, little man, we see you. And they be like, okay, bye.
Right.
We'll see you later. But yeah, it's definitely been a journey, but I'm good with it. And we already had a conversation. We straight. So
and see, that's the thing. I feel like with me, it's always it's the right time. Like I always, and to each their own as well. I don't judge anybody. But for me, I always wanted to be married before I had my children, right? And so, I'm kind of in that space too. It's like I'm getting older. You know what I mean? Like I want to experience that because I do understand, like especially with my familiar situation, if I don't, my father's bloodline stops. Right? You know what I mean? And so I think about that a lot, like more than maybe I should. But I'm also at the stage, like, I want to be a certain place in my career. I want to, I want to, I want to travel when I want to, because that's a whole responsibility. Like, that is for life. That's not, because if they're 18, now you're done. You're never going to be done, and so I that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm kind of on the, like, I do, but then again, I don't, because I like the freedom, I like to kind of go where I please. But at the same time, it's like, I do possibly want to experience, and give that, I don't want to say gift to my parents, but you know what I mean? Like,
it makes sense.
Yeah, like, it's something that I would say that I do struggle with. Do I think it will happen for me? I don't know. I do want it to, but then again, I'm like, I kind of don't. I don't know. It's just one of those things I just don't know.
That makes sense. It's more pressure being like the only child, because I even thought about that with my siblings. I'm like, well, I have siblings and they got kids. So
right.
I think I'm kind of in the clear a little bit. But when you're the only
they're
one,
not yours.
Because they still be looking, right? I'm like, but at the end of the day, I would rather not have children now and be with my soulmate versus just had children with anybody just to have children.
Right.
Because society has this painted picture of how our lives are supposed to go. You're in school and then you graduate and then you're in this field and then you get married, then you have children. And then if you feel like you ain't meeting that society's timeline, there's something wrong. And I'm just like, no, it's just too much pressure.
That's true. I wish I would have waited. I honestly wish I would have waited because first of all, of course, I was 15. He was 18. Of course, he was he was associated with the industry, and I was so stupid. I ran away from home with him, and he turned out to be a douche. Got pregnant, and then here go years and years later, he never did anything for my oldest, and and between us and whoever's on here, his ass ended up on the Maury show, like just all types of stuff.
That's
so I wish I would have made better choices.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. I was like, did she just say the Maury show?
Yeah, he was on Maury. Like, yeah. So I wish I would have made better choices. So I honestly, the wait till you get married or wait till you are at an age to where you're able to handle certain things. I'm definitely, in agreement with that, because y'all could have been on the emotional roller coaster that I had been on, honey. Like, it's horrible.
And then you got to deal with the way it changes your body, and
it does. Like, oh my God,
it's so much. I'm very squeamish. Like, it's hard for me to even talk about pregnancy. Like, don't talk about it. I can't handle it. I cannot. So I'm like,
right. If you like the titties the way that they are, if you like them, when you have babies, they won't be the same, okay?
Well, I guess it depends on the females, because some people get the droopy droop. But then other people get the droopy droop. But some people get the bloopty bloop. You know what I'm saying?
Baby, okay? I got big
sound effects. The droopy droop,
droopy droop, or the bloopty bloop.
That's gonna have to go on.
It's true. I be seeing them. Like, I remember one of my friends. She got pregnant, but she decided to terminate the pregnancy. And it's like, at the end of the day, she had her fun that night. It's not the person she's trying to be with. She got a lot of stuff going on, so she just made a decision. That's your decision. Yeah. But then I was like, well, your boobs look great. So you got the bloopy bloop, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, your booty got bigger, so you got something out of it, just to lighten up the mood, not to discredit this whole uncomfortable situation. But someone,
listen, I have to do tricks and stuff to make it look right. Like, honey, I got to get this tied up, pushing in the back,
droopy droop, you know what I'm saying?
The droopy droop.
Oh God!
But I ain't afraid to admit it either.
It's going to be the thing that's going to be talked about for the next couple of weeks. The droopy droop and the bloopy bloop. That's a song.
That happens. Like, when you out and about. Me and Chanel had a conversation about that after the first pod. I told her one day I just felt so free. And I didn't realize what was different about this outing. I just felt so more comfortable than I realized, because I forgot to put a bra on.
I knew she was doing it. I knew she was.
that, Queen. He don't care if you got the bloopty bloop or the droopty droop. Look at that.
He better look cute. Other stuff don't loop and droop.
No, that's right.
But,
I know that's right.
Snatchy cat.
This conversation took a turn.
Oh my God. But that's how I feel when you have the bra on. Is that the bloopity bloop and then you take it off and hit the with the droopity droop.
Yeah.
Off, I ain't going nowhere, so you better ask me before it come off. That's it.
Oh my God.
That's it.
So hey Danielle.
Hey y'all.
How you doing?
Man, I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad to be off. They trying to keep me.
Oh no. What we not going to do.
Right. I said I got to go. I got business, ladies' business. We got to go.
That's right.
Damn.
I'm so happy to see y'all. Listen, I've been waiting this whole week. I thought we had a show last Sunday. I was like, I couldn't remember.
And you know the sad part is you didn't ask neither.
No. It was Miss Queen Black's birthday last.
Exactly.
day.
So, since it was a holiday, we had to take off.
Oh,
we work that day because of the holiday.
Yeah.
Oh, I peeped that, Queen. I see that. I saw the kiss. I peeped that. I love that. I love stuff like that.
I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, it was a national holiday, so we didn't have to go to work that day. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
But how was your birthday?
It was very relaxing. Very relaxing. I went to Virginia Beach with my bestie. We've been friends since we were 12. Thank God for our mothers, because our mothers introduced us to each other. And we were sitting outside. You know, they were registering us for school. This was back in the day, and 1990 something. So they were like, talk to each other. Introduce yourself. That's your name. Introduce yourself. And they went in the office, and I was, hi, I'm Nicole. And she said, hi, I'm Latrell. And so we've been best friends ever since. So, but that's my ride or die. That's my ride or die. She is she had me turned. And I'm in the jacuzzi getting turned on a Sunday.
Yes, God.
I was like, Lord, and look, this was the funny part. She was like, we're gonna have to repent because we're going to the liquor store before 11. I was like, in the name Jesus, don't strike me on my birthday. It's my birthday. You know, so
At least you had
it's
fun
her
on your
fault.
birthday.
I did. I woke up actually the next day because it rained on my birthday. But the next day, I woke up to the most beautiful sunrise, and I captured the moment to the point where I was just praising God and thanking God for allowing me to see another birthday, because a friend of mine just recently passed unexpectedly, hadn't even turned 50 yet, and he just died unexpectedly. And it was just like, this year I'm taking a pivotal note for 47 to say, you know what, I'm going to enjoy the simplicity of my life, because tomorrow is not promised. So every day I'm going to find a reason to laugh. I'm going to find a reason to tell myself why I love me. I'm going to find a reason to give love to somebody that needs it. I don't even care if you don't. You may need a smile. I'm going to smile just because, you know, because life is not promised. So I just thank God for my queens. When I saw the text come through yesterday, I was like, ah! So yes, because we all need it. We like you said, Quest. We were all
I
feeling
felt that energy.
week.
I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Rest and, ooh, Lord.
Oh my God.
It was real last week. I don't know
It
what was
was.
going on.
It was a lot going on. Quest was like, call me. I was like, okay.
Let me tell y'all how real it was.
How real was it?
How
real was it?
Was for real. Y'all, I don't know who tried to poison me last week. I had got food poisoning. So it was real the whole way.
Oh, that
It
is
was
the worst.
real. I say, I don't know. I say, Lord, if I promise I'll eat right if you let me survive this.
Oh my! Where did you go out to eat at? What did you eat?
What happened?
I don't look.
Well, we know not to go to that restaurant.
Right.
Right. I don't
We
want
ain't
that.
go there. We
Which
ain't going to
restaurant?
that restaurant. We ain't going.
But you know
I
what?
don't
It doesn't
remember.
even, it wouldn't even have to be a restaurant because nowadays when I go in the grocery store, that meat and stuff look real questionable at a
Yeah.
Oh
lot
my
of
God.
places.
Yep.
Like I was scared the last week or so trying to go grocery shopping looking for some meat.
Oh yeah, they trying to sell you
But
Mm.
that sounds crazy, but you know
all
what I
this
mean.
nonsense.
So it could have been something you had from out, or it could have been food that you
Right.
I
who
was so
knows.
gone. I don't remember what it was. That's how
Lord.
bad it was.
Oh,
I was
Oh,
just
that's
oh,
listen.
sorry.
baby.
I was. Let me be appropriate. I was just on the toilet like Jesus. I don't know. I don't know what it was. But I didn't even go to week for like. I didn't go to work
Oh,
majority of this week. That's how bad it was. So
But see,
I
you
was
know,
just.
sometimes you could be
wow.
allergic to a food. It may not be food poisoning. You could find out that you have an allergic to a certain food.
Mm.
It do you like that?
Yeah.
Man, you ever seen that movie Hitch?
Yes.
Yes.
The
Yes.
When he had
shellfish allergy? That's
Yeah.
me.
Mm.
It's real like that. If you eat shellfish, I mean, I'm starting to scratch and get away from me, Satan.
Mm-mm.
It gets bad, okay? It gets
Yeah.
Wow.
bad.
wow.
I'm
I
allergic to
heard.
Yeah, I
shellfish
can't.
too. I can't smell it like the shrimp. Like
Yep.
I can't smell the scent of it, the smoke of it, or nothing. It
Yep.
sends everything off. Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't do obey. I can't do anything with obey in it.
That's
And
Oh
crazy.
Chanel
wow.
knows
Right.
that.
That's
Yes.
mad
Yeah.
random.
So she went to go cook something one day. She said, you can't have this. It got obey in it. You can't have it. I'm like, dang,
But
okay.
what's the herb in it that you're allergic to?
I have no idea. I was a teenager and I went to have French fries and they had obey seasoning on it, right? And I'm sitting there, my teacher, had took me out. She was like, I'm gonna go we're gonna celebrate. And I'm like, okay. Wow. And she was like, what are you saying, baby? I was like, and it kept on getting bigger and bigger and
Oh.
bigger
Oh my
to the point where they
God.
had to call the paramedics to come and get me rush me to the hospital. And they gave me a steroid or something because that sucker, it took a minute to come back down. But it's something in the obey that causes my tongue to swell.
So how do they
I don't
know
know
which
what it is.
item you're allergic to? That's the part I never understood. Like
I
I
think
don't.
I need to go
went
to an
allergist.
allergist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. And what
Yeah.
they
If you
do
want
is
to
they'll
isolate
give
it.
you whatever you in there for. Like when I went in there, I was at work and I just started itching. I don't know if it's because I ate something or touched something or something. I just started itching. I had like these blotches
Well,
all over
yeah.
my.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I went to ER. They gave me Benadryl and it kind of went away. So they had referred me to the allergist. When I went, they would give you like certain foods for you to eat. But they have like on hand people. If you start getting allergic to it, they know how to fix you up. And that's what they did with me. That's how I was. That's how I knew for sure I was allergic to shellfish. I had been
Oh,
around
Wow.
a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, and that's how I found out. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I found out when I was in third grade. My mom bought like these big king crab legs, and we was eating it, and then I had a reaction. But then it was years ago. They said I was allergic to strawberries at one time. But then I'm like, now I eat strawberries. Sometimes they say certain allergies is only like a season of it. I'm
Yeah.
like, or was you just guessing? Because technically, all a lot of doctors do is assuming and guessing. They don't really
Mhm.
know. I'm like, so how I ate three things and you automatically knew I'm allergic to which one? Like, come on now. But it gets crazy. But I've never heard of someone being allergic to a seasoning. So you should look at the ingredients and see what's
Yeah.
in it. Or it could have been something at your school try to poison you.
No, it was a restaurant.
Really?
I went to a restaurant.
Restaurants is dirty, so you just never know.
That's so true. That's so true.
You just never know, never know.
Well, Danielle, I'm so glad that you made it through this week, that we can see that beautiful smile of yours, that energy that just comes through the whole entire waves. Yes, honey.
I'm so
So
happy to
happy.
be here and to see you guys. It is like
Yes.
y'all said, this week has just been, it's been a lot. Honestly, it really has been.
Yeah.
So I'm just so happy to see y'all. Boss ladies.
Did you get a Charlie horse?
No. Where was? Oh, because I'm sitting in the toilet for so long. That's funny. Like,
No.
Okay.
Sidebar. Have you ever got one? This is a real lady conversation. Have you ever gotten one while you're on the toilet?
no. My
y'all ain't there
feet
yet.
swing, so it's okay.
No.
Wait,
No.
what?
I'm not talking about there. I'm talking about in your legs.
No. No.
Okay, so sidebar. All right, sidebar. Surgery. After surgery, right? This is real. This is a real live. I'm putting it out there. So after surgery, I'm on the bath, going to the bathroom. And I was like, the hell? What is that? And it was a and I'm like, oh my God. So I went to the doctor, right? And I was like, something happened. I think something went wrong. Y'all didn't do something right. Like I was like, it was like in my butt. Like I couldn't move it. And it was painful. And so she said, oh, so it's like a muscle cramp in your buttocks. And yeah, that happens sometimes post-surgery. Well, could you told me about it first?
Right.
Because I thought I was having like my butt was having arthritis in my booty. Like it was horrible.
You going like this got me weak.
Right? That's the confusing part. I'm like, what is that supposed to represent when she's doing this?
It was like stiff muscles in my booty cheeks. It was horrible. So, okay, so I guess it was just me that's ever experienced
I mean,
that.
you legitimately had a tight end, so we did it.
Wow, TQuest. Wow.
We get it.
So how you get rid of it? You squeeze your booty hole, like you squeeze your booty like this. Like got rid of it.
I couldn't move for a minute, but the tears were coming so bad. I was like, I don't know what happened. What did I do wrong?
So did it hurt?
I'm thinking very painful, very painful. But I heard that it's natural. It happens as you get older. I'm like, well, somebody should have told somebody about this. Ooh. This is painful.
Oh my.
Okay, so
I'm
y'all
glad
don't
I
get
have
older.
not experienced that.
Yeah.
No.
Be thankful. Be thankful.
I don't want them going down. Going on in my buttocks. No.
That part.
I think she meant that multiple ways, but I'm gonna keep this a family show. But oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
my bad. You're right. Forgot there's men watching. Well, this is real life.
We got a little too personal. Sorry. Put a disclaimer out there. I sincerely apologize.
I'm so sorry.
No, don't blame nobody.
The cold fault.
Lord. I'll go ahead and take that.
No, we get it.
I got a little personal.
It's fine.
But it's real though. It's real. I'm sure they're gonna be other women that are gonna be watching, be like, "Girl, yes."
Because that's the interesting thing, like, because we watch TV, we watch social media, we listen to the radio, and over the years, less and less things are being censored, like that. But now everything's just reckless, like that Lumi. What's that commercial? Lumi D or something.
Oh,
That lady is
yeah.
wild. I get it. It's a lot of
The what
women.
commercial?
You know, the woman that talks about, deodorant for your lady parts.
And she be like, if you stink after 4 hours in your vagina,
Right.
she says the most craziest
Yeah.
stuff. And this
Yeah.
commercial is everywhere. It's to the point certain radio stations had to use a different version of it. But she just
Right.
felt candid about it. And I get it because at the end of the day, they're
She was
providing
just being
commercials for
honest.
consumers
Hmm.
and people really go through things,
Right.
but just
Don't
to hear it, I'm just like, I wonder when they play this commercial because I can't even imagine a group of dudes watching sports and then she come on right commercial and they be like, what the hell? Like,
Right.
why is this on there? But
Right.
you have to put it out there for your consumers, But
So what happened if your boyfriend or significant other husband buy you that for a gift? How would you feel?
I guess it would. I mean, at the end of the day, I would want. No, because I'm thinking like, is it for like deodorant or is it for JJ? Like,
So
you gotta
is it
depends on what's it for, right?
So wait a minute. Is it specifically for that region, or is it like
You can use it for
Stuff is
all
for
regions.
all different. She got everything for all
Yeah.
types
She
of
has
things that they go
deodorant.
through.
She has through, lady
It's like
parts.
summer's eve to the 10th power, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But my
But
thing
No,
is
but I
think
think she advertising more for the cooch.
because she had a stinking vagina. Because she says it. If you read between the lines, she'd be like, after a while, I have a stench, and my man or a woman was not having it. So I had to come up with a product to help me, and hopefully I can help others.
Right. Yeah. She advertising more for the vagina. Cooch.
Oh my gosh! But
Vagina.
my thing is, if my mate bought me that,
I'll be
I
offended.
wouldn't be offended by the product. I would be more hurt that you didn't have a conversation with me first.
Right. There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's my thing is communication. Like, you are my best friend, so we talk about any and everything. So if there's a problem, let me know what it is, and then if it, yes, ma'am.
Can we hear the commercial?
Okay, so y'all talk, and I'm gonna see if I can find it because most likely it's probably on YouTube somewhere.
Oh my!
And
it is.
but yeah, my
It
thing
is.
is it's all about communication with me. Like, we can talk about any and everything because we open honest about stuff. So if
It is.
there's a problem, just let me know.
Right.
Yeah.
I
But
think
my
it's how
I mean, men
comfortable
have hygiene problems sometimes too. Now
they sure can.
Yeah.
Yeah, they feel like
They
that's
sure
all women.
can.
Some men balls be on
Woo!
stage.
It's funny because I saw this clip from Sex and the City when Samantha was talking about that. Like, you men want us to give you head, but we gotta do this, we gotta do that, and then it's suckish, and then we gotta try to breathe, and then we try to, and then it doesn't always smell pleasant. Like, she went in. I'm gonna send you that clip too. But it's true because I had a conversation before with a guy, and I'm like, it's so funny how these basic dudes be like, I want a woman who's this does that, blah blah. I'm just like, but look at you,
Right.
like you got a lot of high standards, and you ain't bringing nothing to the table. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm just like, you want the lady to do all this and stuff, but do you even know what you taste like? Do you even eat pineapples?
Right.
Ooh, wait,
Do you
now, come
detox?
on.
I'm just like,
Try
because
some watermelon and pineapple. Then talk to me.
it'd be so
Yeah.
bad.
And see,
But-
for women,
Or
it's
drink
like
some water.
that is the most healthiest of them all.
On a regular.
On a regular, on a consistent, everyday basis. But for women, and I'm gonna say this because growing up for me, everything was taboo. We weren't talking about it. Oh, you'll learn it in school, in education, and it was just like, well, when I got my lady cycle, I was like, well, what the heck is this? All I did was ride a bike. Like, what is this?
Wait a minute.
So from
your period came on after riding a bike? What?
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know what the hell it was. I thought I hurt myself on the bike. I was like, oh my God, my mommy's gonna kill
How
me
was you
because I
riding it
got
that
all
it
this.
poked you? I'm sorry. Go ahead, proceed.
Oh,
Just get on
When
this
my
whole day. I get it.
when
That's
my lady
okay.
cycle came on, I thought it was broken.
Oh my gosh.
See,
I
What
thought
did you
something was wrong
say? Who
with
did
it.
you talk
but
to?
that alludes to the lack of education around it. You know, and people don't want to talk about it.
we
Like
didn't
it's
we
a
didn't want to
natural
talk about it.
occurrence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't something that was talked about.
It's like you
And
figure it
nor
out.
do they teach people, like how to take care of it and what to eat. Now everything is all about natural, organic, and now we're reading that berries and strawberries are good for women, and keeps them fresh. Now we have daggone supplements that we can take to keep us fresh, and we have deodorants that are advertised to keep us fresh. So we ain't had that back in the day. It
You
was
know
just
what?
like, man, you stink.
But
Like,
see,
what you
some
do
of
every
those
day?
deodorants still make your pH balance go off though. With some of
Oh,
it though,
yes.
like real bad,
Yes.
it makes it worse.
You know what I think it stems from? When it comes to advertisement in the business world, it's all male dominated. So
Yeah.
since the men are in charge of everything and controlling everything, they ain't trying to hear all that. They ain't trying to produce it. They're not trying to come up with it. Even though it's money making, no one wants to have those conversations. Men
Nope.
squirm at the craziest stuff when it comes to women.
But have a lot
Yeah.
to say about the woman's body.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
I want to have the most control and making decisions when it
Come
relates to
on.
our bodies.
How you
You're
look,
not a
how you
woman.
dress.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You get turned to the side. How that happen? I
You
didn't
know
do
what?
nothing.
And you
Not
was doing
this
so
today,
I'm telling you,
okay?
boy, you've been doing good.
I
For a
know.
Look,
whole
it's the
hour. Okay,
eclipse
there you go.
again.
It's back.
Messing up
It's back.
stuff. Oh my
My
god.
dog she is the cleanest when her 6 monthly comes on. I have her little coconut wipes. I make sure she's fresh. She's the most cleanest dog when her little womanly time comes on. Yeah.
So let me ask you ladies a question. Would you rather have
Hmm.
a male OBGYN or a woman?
I like
I'm okay with
a
either.
woman.
Okay.
I'm a woman. I don't,
I
yeah.
started out with a male, but I
Yeah.
now prefer, as an adult, a woman.
Okay.
Right.
To me, I don't like it's funny because me growing up such a quiet child, never talked about nothing. So God forbid when things happen, who am I supposed to even tell? I was traumatized when I told my mom I needed pads and she thought I needed a notebook. I'm like, oh my gosh, please don't make me spell it out. But to me, it doesn't matter as long as the doctor is a professional doctor and knows what they're doing.
Mhm.
Because long as I know that you know what you're doing, look, I'm gonna pop up there like, yo, legs open, what's up? Like, like I be going in the doctor's office like nonchalant, like, what's up? How you doing? It could be a new doctor, a new nurse. They be like, how many? Too many. But I just was never nervous about. People get nervous when it comes to doctor's appointment, and I get it because your life is valuable and you don't know what's gonna happen. But I
Mhm.
just go in there and I'm like, in this moment, I'm trusting you because until you give me a reason not to,
Right. Right.
Right.
But
Janelle, what about you?
Oh, woman. Yeah, no.
Oh, she said that quick. Oh, woman.
No. Mm-mm.
I
No.
prefer
Mm-hmm.
male.
Because I just feel like, I mean, again, they're not women. So they don't really know what we experience. They don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, you can be educated and you can learn about it. That's one thing. But to actually experience it and be able to relate to your doctor and say, well, I'm feeling this. He can't relate to you. Not saying that they're not really good male OBGYNs. I'm not saying it at all. To
Right.
each their own. But for me,
Right.
Mhm.
that makes
I know.
sense.
I prefer male. I prefer male because they have to look up what's going on with the woman. sometimes us women be like, oh girl, yeah, you got a little ache right there, girl. I go through that all the time because I'm a woman. Type thing. I don't want no doctor like that. Like, I really want you to sit here, my insurance paying you, and listen to me. Like, look it up. Just because you're a woman, or it says that women's supposed to go through this, I may go through something a little bit more different. So for me, I like my all my OBGYNs have been men, except for when I had my last child, and she pissed me off, and I was.
What's that?
Oh, she. I guess her energy came through.
This story was going somewhere.
So she done pissed you off.
Can y'all see me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can see you.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that phone. But yeah, she made me so mad. I was trying to push my son out, and I'm trying to tell her, I can't because they gave me too much epidural. And I was trying to tell her how I felt, but she was trying to challenge me. And I'm like, yo, like, I'm really gonna beat her ass after I have my son. Like, I really wanted to jump on her because she was like, I'm just gonna go back and do my homework while you try to push your out tight mess. And I was like, I've never experienced nothing like that with any male doctor.
I think it just depends really on the person, because everyone's experience is different and everyone you have an encounter with is different. And then depending on who they are, all their patients' experiences are different too.
Yeah, true that for sure. But she threw me. I was like, this is the reason why I like my men doctors, because they don't do that. At least they care for the woman. They have to look up what's going on. They have to really search it and make sure that they are right about it, and research on it. But women just be like, oh yeah, I went through that last week, girl, so I'm gonna give you this prescription and part it out. Some of them do that. Some of them, I'm not saying all of them are like that, but that's what I've experienced.
No, I get that. That goes back to what we talked about a few weeks ago, when every woman doesn't represent every woman. Just because that's your experience, I mean, that's my experience.
It doesn't mean the same.
You know what I'm saying? For you,
and everybody's experience is
gallbladder. For you, it could be gas. Like, you just never know what it can be. We're all different. You know what I'm saying? Just like Danielle's background is different every time we're on the show.
That is so true.
First of all,
that is so true.
Do not agree with her. Don't agree with her.
Oh, okay. I won't, baby. I won't. I got a different background this week, so don't feel bad.
Peeped that too. I peeped that. And I could tell the time from the light from Chanel's background, what time it is, because the light be changing. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all nosy back there.
Look, I pay attention to you, ladies.
She's very, very. She pays attention to detail.
Look, we're trying to get like you, though.
Right.
What you mean?
We need to have the background, where we have all the fancy stuff behind our names. And but no, I'm feeling the purple though, because purple's my favorite color. I'm loving
That's
it.
my favorite color too.
That's mine too.
Yep. Mine. My favorite color.
Danielle, what's your favorite color?
Orange.
No, that works, because when you go places and everyone got to pick something, y'all all going for the purple. I'm going for the pink, and that random odd orange color, that's for Danielle.
Don't come for the orange.
But we got that in the background. If you look though, in the background, you see orange, you see purple, and you see pink.
She really looked behind it too. Oh my God, that's too funny.
Yeah, that orange kind of threw the whole scheme off.
We need your backup color.
That's all right. It's okay to be different. It's okay to be backup color.
Can you imagine we coming up with a theme? We trying to put everybody colors together. Okay, we got pink, purple, orange. What's your secondary color?
Okay.
Brown.
Oh Lord.
Stick with the orange. Stick with the orange.
Yes,
We just gonna let you get blue. How about blue?
You know what? I get it. You know how I get
Take
it?
blue.
Because you are a Libra just like me. And you pick fall color
Oh.
and I picked the month color because the color for October is
is
pink.
pink. Yeah, that's
And
true.
then the fall color
Y'all
is
Oh,
red. So
wow.
Y'all like to balance things outers
mhm.
type of
Yes. Oh.
Absolutely.
yeah. Y'all like
Here you go, Danielle. Here's a present.
Uh-oh. Ooh, what is that?
The one highlighter I don't use, the orange one.
Lord
I'll
Jesus.
take it.
she gonna keep coming for that color.
Man,
Oh God.
orange is the best color.
Oh Lord.
Well, I know what to get you for your birthday. I know what to
Yeah.
get you for your birthday. Something orange.
Nah, we can go to brunch, get her some orange juice, and then do a tequila sunrise.
Yes.
See? The theme, we theming now. We theming.
I
She
love
ain't
it.
gonna drink it.
Okay.
She might.
Face. She like no.
Look, Danielle takes communion. She gonna drink it.
Let me find out.
I didn't even take communion the other Sunday, but I'll drink a mimosa.
Mimosa, they ain't even no liquor. That's just
Drinking
It really
bubble
isn't.
tea, all right?
Really
It's,
isn't.
it's a classy buzz.
Yeah. Yeah.
It depends on who's
When-
making your mimosa.
Right.
It depends on who's making it.
Enough of them.
Mhm.
let me make y'all drinks. I see the bartender.
I don't know. You
Yes.
you gonna have like a heavy pour.
You take a sip, we gonna be done. Oh, but
So I realized that tequila is not my drink. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Don Julio
No.
is not mine. Ugh. Ugh.
Mm-mm. I'm a dark liquor. Yeah, Chanel no. She
No,
no.
I am a dark drinker too. I like my Jack Daniels. Yeah, I know that's my
Okay.
thing.
Mine
get
here
some Frosty
lately
Jack.
is VSOP Remy Martin.
Ooh. Okay. That's a pretty good drink. That's pretty good.
Now the
I
Jack
hate
Daniels
Hennessy.
honey is
I'm not a
good.
Hennessy girl. Yuck.
Danielle, what you say?
The
Nope,
Jack
I don't like
Daniels
Hennessy.
honey. That one's good.
So is lemon, honey, and tea, but if I even though I'm not a drinker,
That is good too.
it's delicious, right?
It
Even though
is.
I'm not a drinker, I would know what to order if I wanted to have a drink, if that makes sense. Like if I'm at a bar or club, and even though I don't, but if I had to, I would probably order something like a Midori sour or amaretto sour or something, like I do like Long Island's iced tea, depending on who makes it.
yes.
I wouldn't want a heavy hand pour because if you put too much alcohol in, I'm not gonna like it because I'm not a drinker like that.
You look like a green tea shooter girl.
What is that? That sounds delicious.
Green tea shooter? Oh, that's the best drink.
Oh, that sounds good. What's in it?
Huh?
What's in it?
What's in it? It's just vodka. You have your apple, the apple schnapps, and then with some sugar around the rim. Green tea shooter.
Chanel.
Yes. Listen.
Wait,
Let me see if I
so
got my
Shooter girl, like it's real dainty and pretty,
So there's no green tea?
No, baby, no. I was waiting for that too. Look like green tea. You can't go out. Never mind. Can't go.
I'm gonna be like, where the tea bag?
No, y'all, she can't go.
That's what I was waiting on. So
Right?
the rest time.
Oh my
I'm thinking
God.
that's like a hottie toddy, but with green tea. I was like, ooh,
No.
okay.
Oh, no. Oh Lord.
That's funny.
It's okay. It's okay though.
Lord.
Chanel, what's your drink again? What's your drink, Chanel?
I like tequila, vodka. I'm a light girl. Now if it's mixed, I usually do shots, but if it's mixed, I like something sweet that I really can't taste the liquor. But yeah, I'm a
Like a
vodka
sneak up on
girl.
her.
I'm a tequila girl. Yeah. Now I did just, I don't know, was it whiskey or bourbon? I think it was a whiskey. It's a black owned whiskey, I think. Or maybe it was a bourbon. Maybe it was a bourbon. See, I don't know. But it was really good. Like, I did like that. But I'm not a dark girl at all. Like, oh, Lord, I've tried Henny. Oh, no. I can't take it. I'm good.
I'm not that so tapped in that I
Unless
would
it's
know.
mixed in together. Like, if I don't, yeah. But I'm a light girl.
No, I think that's interesting because I realized I'm really not that tapped into a lot of things, right? So I can't tell you if I'm like a tequila or vodka, light or dark. You know, I'm just not that invested. I'm just like, let me taste it and see if I like it. And then keep it moving. It's just like with coffees. I can drink a cappuccino, a macchiato, a latte, but I can't tell the difference if they had one of each in front of me and I was blindfolded. In my mind,
I'm like that. Yeah, high five. I'm like that too. I don't know which shit.
I just order the one that just sounds like it tastes the best.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The caramel macchiato.
I'm not a coffee connoisseur. I don't know. All of them taste
You know. Do a splash of this, one dash of that, you know, a little sprinkle.
Little sprinkle.
Yeah.
Man, we got some language today. So what was the first? Now this is a quiz. What was the boob situation? What was that?
Droopity droop and bloopity bloop.
Droopy droop.
And that one.
There it is.
Okay.
I'm trying to tell you. But I would love to do a girls' night. And then you know how they have like the ice cream bars, the pizza bars, but then we have all different type of drinks and you make a drink that represents you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes.
That would be cute.
That would be cute.
And
Y'all
then
be
they'd be like,
carrying me
Quest,
out.
what's in here? I'd be like, water, lemon,
H2O, H2O.
you know, a little sugar. And then Queen would be like, Quest, did you make a lemonade? Sure did.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
But it'd be the best lemonade ever. Yes, it will.
Facts. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yes, it will.
Mm.
Mixed with add a little something.
Chanel, what would your drink be?
What would
Chanel, what would your drink be?
Now, see, that's the thing. Like I said, I like shots, and that's why I don't do dark. I don't do dark shots. But if it's a mixture, I don't. As long as it tastes good, I'm happy. But I do like.
Okay, but the name of your drink, that's you, that represents you, boo.
I don't know, because I
Moist.
do drinks. I do shots. So I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Mine is a Questini.
Oh Lord.
Mm.
What's in the question? What's in it?
Real green tea. No,
Listen here. Let me go for the green tea.
I'm on it now.
Oh, Jesus.
So I don't care what that's.
know.
I'm gonna put something in it. Now I probably do something like I said. I like sour things, so I probably do something like a melon
Ooh,
liqueur
really?
or Midori. You know, just.
Yes.
They're like, "What you make?" I don't know.
Anything?
What you said?
I said anything sweet for me.
Oh, that's why you like me, right? I know.
Oh my gosh.
I don't like sweet liquor.
You what?
Mine would be.
I don't like cocktails.
Mine would
I
be
like
my
shots.
nickname.
What's your nickname?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Mine would be Hershey Cola.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hershey Cola.
that sounds like a stripper name.
Well,
Coming to the stage.
you don't want to see Hershey come out. A couple of drinks.
I can
know
see
what?
the intro.
We ain't gonna
I can
talk
already
about
see your
that.
intro. Coming to the stage, and you can purchase it at the bar.
No, your Questini.
Yes, Questini and Hershey Cola.
Questini.
That sounds nasty. I'm thinking of a Hershey Kiss and like some Coca-Cola. It just sound nasty.
Y'all see El Nino on the news.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord.
In other news,
Right.
Cinco de Mayo is coming up.
what'd you say?
In other news, Cinco is coming up.
Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo. Yo, I'm gonna
Yes.
tell you this right now. Hi, love. In middle school, for a Spanish class, they did Cinco de Mayo, and I went as Jennifer Lopez. I had on the whole outfit, and you had to do the whole speech and everything. I think it would have went well if I actually was at a black school, but being the only black one in the school, it didn't hit the way I thought it was gonna hit. You know what I'm saying? But I felt the most connected.
Well,
Is your hand up or are you
she got
praying?
her hand up again. She in school.
Yes, Miss Danielle.
Do you still have the picture?
Unfortunately, I don't. I don't know if I even took a picture that day.
Oh my gosh.
Now that I
Well,
think
what
about
did you have on? Paint the picture for us. What did you have on?
Oh, hold on.
I knew I had on all black. I know that much. And then I know I had a slick ponytail, like one of the ponytails she wore in Selena.
Mm.
And I was like, me llamo Jennifer Lopez.
All right now. Got the accent
You know what I'm saying? I did a whole accent and everything, you know what I mean? And I did my little speech in front of the class, and it was cool.
down. Yes.
Oh my god.
I see that Jennifer Lopez coming out.
But but Cinco de Mayo, I'm glad you said that because now I'm just gonna make Mexican food just because. You know what I'm saying? Serving of wine. I probably make some quesadillas, some enchiladas, toquitos. I don't know. You know. So Queen, you're gonna participate, right? Because you're practically Spanish by injection. So
Oh. I get my injections every day.
nourishment.
Right on time.
I love the nourishment.
He's like, what?
Oh Jesus.
Listen, I'm getting better at Spanish every other month.
Every other month. It's taking too long. You supposed to be quicker than babble.
I be so busy.
Let's hear something. Let's hear something.
Yeah, let's hear something.
Yes.
Oh, don't put me on the spot. Okay, hola, que pasa?
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Hola, ¿cómo está?
See,
Oh God, no.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, help me.
Oh Jesus.
ya tú
All
sabes.
right.
That's it.
Can y'all imagine really like I know you're doing the Queen, but dating outside your race and trying to learn a whole new language so you can feel
Right. The
connected to
crazy part about it, when me and Storms is doing it, I can like bounce off him. He like, yeah, baby, yeah. But then
Wait. When y'all two is doing it and you can bounce off, what are you talking about?
Okay, not like that. See what T be doing. Starting it. When we be doing our Spanish lessons together,
Okay.
I bounce off of them, but then afterwards, I don't know.
So you participate in class but fail the test.
Yes.
At least you
gonna
get
hang
class
up.
participation. Why?
What?
Eh?
Oh
my God.
I'm sorry.
Oh, dear God.
I'm on a roll, you guys.
You are misbehaving today.
I needed to. I wasn't feeling well today. So I was like, this is gonna bring my energy level back higher. So I'm blaming it on the eclipse.
We had a pink moon the other day too, so
Oh,
we had a pink moon on I think it was the 23rd or 24th. No, I saw it coming home, and I was like, "Oh my God, look at how big it is!"
Wait a minute, that's what she knows.
The moon.
All right.
did you take a picture?
Because I mean, you could at least
Should've-
told us.
I was
Anybody looking at
driving.
the
I
moon
was-
right now? And we were like, why? And you said it's pink. Oh, let us all check. You know, we all seen it.
It was in the sky. It was big. It was pink. It was big.
It was big, and
It was big.
Quest.
It was lovely.
you know what, Chanel? If I really stay quiet, I don't know if the flow is gonna be where it needs to be. But let's try it out. Go ahead.
Mm. It's not the same.
See, I said,
What's going on?
I told you, it's not the same.
The same.
My silent
We
treatment is
don't-
deadly. It's so deadly.
Yeah. It's
Because I'm
not
the type of
the
person,
same.
I don't fuss, I don't argue, I don't fight, I don't have confrontations, I don't do none of that stuff.
Yeah.
It's
I
my
don't like
silence.
it.
It's my silence that people cannot take.
I don't have confrontations either.
I can see that.
Mhm.
I don't think I'm good at confrontation. Like I'll think of stuff like later after the fact. Damn it, I should have said that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
another
I'm
thing,
like that too. I think a lot of people
Another
say that,
thing, right.
but
Come back hours later.
Right.
I feel like people have a perceived, notion about me prior.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I think people just perceive of me being mean.
Why do you feel that?
Oh my God, because they treat me that way. They really do. A lot of people think I'm a mean person, or I'm gonna be a mean person. So they treat me a certain way. They don't get to know me, and then it's just like this type of stuff like that. I've gotten that for years.
Really?
And I'd be like,
Mhm.
just get to know me. I'm cool. I'm a good person.
Right.
I'm not gonna haul off at you now unless you make me. I'm not, or if you mess with me and mine, then that's when we'll have a problem. I do step up to the back for that. But other than that, I'm not confrontational. I leave well enough alone.
Yeah, I've learned over the years to mind my business.
Mm-hmm.
Keep my eyes on my own business. Mind my business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I could talk about some people and I could say some things, but how is that gratifying?
Yeah.
That's not gratifying.
Mm-hmm.
I got too much in life that I need to enjoy.
I really think about
absolutely.
that too. I'm like, people still where they were 10, 15, 20 years ago. You know, when you like catch up with people you haven't seen in a while and they be talking, I'm just like, you haven't changed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like,
and then they expect you to be the same too.
same.
I'm just like, I realize how much time we've wasted hanging with people or talking to people, and I'm just like, I gotta go. I have a meeting coming up. Like for real, like if it was right now, I'm like, oh, it's about to be 3:30. I got a meeting at 4, so I need time to prep. But it was great talking to you. I just like because I'm the type of person. I always wanted friends. I always want to be part of a group. I always wanted part of a clique. You know, even though I had siblings, I was still to myself and I didn't really talk much. If only if you spoke to me. So I'm just like, when I got older, I'm like, I want that. You know what I'm saying? I just want my own little crew, my own community. And then now I'm just like, I didn't realize how exhausting people were. I gave everybody the benefit of the doubt. If you wanted to just express yourself for hours, I was still on the phone with you the whole entire time. I was everybody's therapy, go to. And I'm just like, wow, I could have got a lot done during that time. Because it wasn't worth it. All of us was draining because a lot of people will come to me about issues and situations. But I'm just like, you don't want to change.
Yeah.
Because you're still doing the same stuff.
Right.
It's to the point I told someone, stop talking to me. He was like, why? I'm just like, I'm like, you've been complaining to me about your girl for over a year now. And I give you the best advice, and you don't take it, and you be like, you know what, Quest, I should have listened to you. And I'm just like, why are you talking to me? Just stop. People really just like confrontation.
Well,
and even though they have all these issues
with them when they're wrong.
Huh?
I said some people want you to side with them even if they're wrong. They just want you to have that kind of, what is it? That
a yes person?
No, like
confirmation.
that too, but like
Validation.
Not necessarily validation, but they just want you to side with them, whether if they're even wrong, right? And so me, I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna tell you when you're wrong.
Facts.
You don't want that. My thing is, don't come to me. You don't want the truth.
Exactly.
Right.
Because you're gonna get, and it might hurt your feelings. I understand that, but you shouldn't have asked me then. Especially if I'm my friend, because I have to be real and honest with my friends.
And yes, you do, boo. You do, boo. You do. Let me tell you.
But it's true.
Let
like,
me tell you.
Like,
Chanel
is that's what I'm thinking of. They want you to
Yes.
co-sign, but I'm like, no. And if you're gonna ask me for my advice, which I'm all here for, I would like Quest. I will listen. I will sit on the phone with you for hours. I will investigate. Listen, Virgos, we go all the way. So when you come to us, be ready. Now, if you ask me for advice and I give it to you, and then the next week you come back to me about the same thing, I give you advice again. You come back to me and you just no. What you asking me for? Because you clearly don't.
Yeah, the one thing I can validate and say
to talk to, vent to, which I'm here to too, but don't ask me for my honest opinion or for my honest advice if you really don't want it.
Right.
I can say about her is that the one thing I appreciate, and she's taught me this in our friendship, because every friend is different. But Chanel, she was saying, she's so polite, first of all. Do you want my advice? She doesn't voluntarily give it. She asks, do you want my advice? Right. Because when she does that, she's respecting you as the person. She's respecting your boundaries. And on top of that, she's, really genuine about it. Like, do you want my advice? Because hearing it from a different perspective and her giving that as a courtesy makes you want to listen. Right. And then you're like, okay. And then when she'll break it down and she'll say, okay, so this is why. And let me explain it to you like this. And then when she go into that part, it's like, oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Yep. Okay. And it's like you keep going lower and lower and lower. And you're just like, eventually I'm going to come back up again. Because now she on her high horse and I can't get back on. And then she'll be like, okay, so we're not going to talk about this again, right? I got it.
Oh my God.
And then we talk about it again. I'm still listening. So.
Right. We do. We really do.
I had a confrontation with a friend of me. And
did you say a friend of me?
A friend of I had to replay that in my head.
Like, we was cool. We connected because we both was like radio personalities and all this stuff. But I knew deep down inside that I really wouldn't be friends with a person like this. But I'm putting it to the side like business purposes. And I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. Oh Lord, I swear I was trying. I found out all my friends was trying too, off the strength of me, but that's a whole nother story. But every time we get together, she's always complaining, right? Always complaining. Especially when about like leaving and Connecticut. I can't stand this day and this city is this and that. And I'm just like, since she brings it up every conversation, I'm just like, if you have so much issues with this city or this state, why don't you just figure out something and just leave? Go back to New York. Go back to Georgia. Go back to what makes you happy. Because what I really was trying to explain to her is you complaining and bringing this toxicity in every conversation. It makes the experience just being around you uncomfortable.
Yeah,
because
it drains you.
I don't want it. It's really draining and it's negative, and I don't want to hear that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't realize it puts a damper on just wanting to hang out because I know you're going to start complaining.
Right. And like you said, they're not going to do anything about it. So why?
Right.
Exactly.
Why are you
doing this?
But because we're all individuals, people receive things differently. Right. In her mind, she's like, well, I thought if I'm your friend, I should be comfortable enough to talk to you about any and everything. And I didn't realize it was such an issue. I'm just, who said you couldn't be comfortable talking to me about things? As your friend, I'm trying to be open and honest with you to let you know you're bringing this dark cloud every time we're around. And that's what a real friend is. is to be open and honest with you.
Right.
Because if you only got yes people around you, it's not really authentic. And I'm just like, you know what?
That's true.
Take it how you take it, because that's just people for you. You never know how somebody's gonna receive something that you say.
Correct.
And I don't even have
And
to
you
change.
can't control that.
I can't. But even I'm just glad the friendship actually ended because
I was
situation
gonna ask
happened.
you, did it end?
Huh?
Yeah. I was gonna ask, did it end?
It did eventually over another situation, which was crazy. But I'm just like, I'm glad that situation happened because it ended this friendship I really didn't want to be in. You know what I'm saying? And it made it so much easier. And she actually ended up moving.
So she took your advice after all.
Yes. But it was so bad. Even when I come around, and if her kids or her significant other, I come around like, "How you doing, Quest? Would you like something to drink? You ain't never offer me nothing to drink." I'm just like, "No, I'm good." Like I can't. Like I can't. It's too much. It's too much. Like
Wow.
I love you, ladies.
We love
Yes.
I appreciate y'all.
Yes. Yes.
You ain't never offer us nothing to drink.
Danielle,
I'm gonna drink some water.
once you experience
Mm-mm.
the Quest effect, you will realize it's a beautiful thing. Like I remember at the conference, as soon as I saw Chanel, she was at my hip the whole time. Okay. She was at my hip the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not at the hip.
Even
Was she?
when we went to the last event, we went to go pick her up. I had a nice cold water for her because I know it was hot. You know what I'm saying? Ready for her like an Uber driver.
Oh my God. Not an Uber driver.
For real. She freaked out when she heard my voice as the Waze lady. About a quarter mile. Make a U-turn. But but I'm the type of person, if you're around me and I am the host, like I got you. You'll always be great.
That's
You
very
know what I'm
true.
saying? And you know
That's
that
good to
really,
know.
Definitely attest to that. Very true.
but there's like a punch card. There's a limit, Danielle, because if you aggy,
Whew.
we're gonna have a problem. Because I can feel it. I can feel it. But you know where that really stems from? It stems from my mother always being like the host of gathering us and always doing things, right? And I didn't like the fact that when you're the host, you're doing so much. The cooking, the cleaning, make sure everybody's straight, and you got to go back to the kitchen, and you got to go back to the living. Like you're doing so much that you're not even enjoying your own event.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's not. It's to the point. Some of your guests end up doing things because it's team too much. And I'm just like, you know
Yeah.
what? I don't want people to go through that. So if I'm hosting something, I'm gonna make sure everything's straight that all my guests don't have to worry about nothing. Like you just
That's
come
awesome.
and just enjoy. You know,
Well,
because
we enjoy you first and foremost. Let me
Yeah.
just say, we
Yeah.
enjoy you.
No.
Yes, yes, we're gonna give you your flowers, boo, because you deserve it. We got all the pink and the purple and the orange in the background. We looking all fabulous every time. Got our names up and everything, and they in purple, by the way. Just anywho, yes, you be doing it. You be doing it. So thank you for being the hostess with the mostest. Yes,
look,
and the Chanel voice. Yes.
I love this. This is you guys are like my
Her hand is up again. Her
Yes,
hand is up.
Right.
yes, Miss Danielle.
I just want to say, come to the stage, TQuest.
Our little spirit, Lord Jesus. Oh,
I love it.
DJ Queen, like, what are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about?
I'm here for it.
Oh Lord,
Here
have
for it.
mercy.
I'm so here for it. I swear
But
for God, I'm here for it.
No, I must say that, it has been a joy these last couple of weeks that we've been on to just see just such a great platform of great women from different areas doing their thing, supporting each other, encouraging each other, and also giving a lot of themselves, of their own personal experiences and what they go through. To hear that you ain't got to go through it alone. We chime in, we text, we make sure we're good. Thank you for the wellness check-in, because it was definitely a week. So so it's needed. It's definitely needed, and we don't know, just because of this moment, how it's going to transpire in the universe. Who's going to pick it up? Who's going to see it? Who needs it today? Who needs a laugh? Who going through some butt cramps? So you just never know. So
I was just thinking that. I'm just thinking somebody like, what was that deodorant you said for the snake? I couldn't hear the name, but you don't know. You never know.
You don't know who needs some Lumi. Somebody needs some Lumi.
We're not saying that no more. No more free promotion for the lady.
That's right.
No more.
Yes, unless she's gonna pay us.
Facts.
She's gonna pay us.
That part. Sponsorship. Do we?
Oh my God.
Do we have her Instagram?
Yo.
Oh Lord.
We about to create the black version for Lumi.
Yes, can we do that?
Lume. You know what I'm saying?
Drink. Now we got Lume. And don't forget the green. Don't forget the green.
Yes, we're gonna have the green tea extract. It's gonna be that's gonna be one of the ingredients.
Watch, we're gonna have a real platform one day, and somebody gonna be like, you know what? Is that green? Who made the green drink? Right. Who made the green drink? Somebody gonna want it.
We'll be like, which one? The one that's called green tea, or the one with actually green tea in it?
Hey, that's why when I make it, I ain't gonna let you know which one got the real green tea in it. Now, how about that?
Well, you better come on.
Right.
You better come on.
Yes.
And then we'll have an orange drink. We'll have an orange drink, especially for Danielle.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we'll have a purple drink for us. We'll have a purple drink.
Yeah, the rest for us.
Yeah. We'll have a purple drink.
We'll have varieties of purple drinks. A dark one, a lavender color.
Lavender.
You got the Diddy on the beach. That's like kind of purplish.
Wait a minute.
Her whole face changed.
Right.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Her whole face changed. We saw everything. Now back to the drink.
Chanel, do one of these for the one time.
Right. Yes.
Oh my God, I can't.
What's your shirt say, boo? What's your shirt say? I can't see it.
It says, can you see it? Positive vibes.
Positive
mind and
vibes in life. Yes. Yes. You better give me some shoulder. Give me some shimmy.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Something real random. You know how you out at events and stuff, and they be asking for people to participate from the crowd. Do you guys be eager to join, or y'all just the type that just sit and watch?
It depends on what we
watch. Yeah.
Thank you. It depends.
Okay.
Sometimes I want to put my hand up, but then I'm like, no, because I may say something stupid. So no. No.
Why would you say?
I'll go back in my shell.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go back in my shell. Because see, I'm an introvert and I'm an extrovert. I got a little bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
If I'm at especially like an independent artist show or something like that, out supporting, I'll try to, participate and kind of help, boost the crowd and everything. But it just depends. Like,
Boost the crowd. You turned to a hype lady, Chanel. What you be doing?
Contribute to the energy and because that's
I would love to see that.
oh my god.
What you be doing? You got a voice for it too? Hey, you all without your good Chanel and What you be doing?
Oh, speaking of which, so sidebar to Danielle and Chanel. I mean, we need a little theme song going, for the intro of the queens. Just sing it. Where you going? Where you going? What's she trying to hide?
Oh god.
Look, I wasn't trying to hide. It was a lizard, and I didn't know what it was.
Oh,
A lizard. Ow!
Yo, she was just on a plane 5 minutes ago.
Oh,
Whitney, did you just wake up?
I need some sleep. I'm tired.
She been traveling around the world, you guys.
Yes.
Oh.
Travel honey.
Hey, y'all.
Okay, so where was you at, Whitney? Where was you at? Because I got it wrong.
Oh, I was in Portugal, their private islands. So I was in Madeira.
Nice.
Yeah, now I just got to Sandals in Bahamas. So I was like, let me jump on before if I take a shower and be out. So let me just get on there.
You just got there now?
I literally just got here.
Wow.
It already got a drink.
Because I was hot outside. So I wanted some drink. But
What you drinking?
a pina colada.
Ooh.
My drink.
Whitney's on my side of the non-drinkers.
Yeah, I don't drink alcohol. I just take the fruity frozen drinks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she'll do the mocktails.
Mm-hmm.
And it depends on how I feel if I'm gonna do the mock with a cock. Understand, you know what I'm saying? But I'm on. But you look well rested, even though you're not. You're glowing.
Oh, that's surprising because I had a screaming baby next to me. I said, God, why?
What, on the plane?
Ooh, on the plane.
Oh,
I'm glad I've never
worst.
experienced that.
I was like, this is a setup, but it's all good.
How long was your flight?
This one, it wasn't bad. I had a connect in Charlotte. That's when I texted you when I said I just got to Charlotte. But from Charlotte, it's only an hour and a half. Yeah, it's the Bahamas, right next door. Wow. So, for you, probably not even an hour.
All right. Well, next time I'm going to be on the Bahamas and come on here.
Yeah. Trying to tell you like this room. Let me show you. Let's see if I can put I don't know how to do this. Jesus, give me strength.
Just go ahead right now, Quest. Just go ahead and book your ticket right now. Just be right on over there.
Right.
You don't need to wait.
Look, I'm bougie. I don't book my tickets. I hire Whitney as a travel agent.
Look at my room. Y'all like my room?
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Well, why didn't you invite me?
Because it's business in and out. Let me see my balcony. Can y'all see this? I think I'm doing good.
You go so far.
Y'all can see my balcony.
Yeah.
See out here. But I don't know how my service gonna be. But it's my room.
No, show.
Very nice.
Hey, show us the water and stuff. We want to
Girl,
see the water.
all y'all. Lucky I get on here. Let me see how you turn this. You can't really see because it's on my iPad, but you see the water?
Okay, I see a little bit.
Yes, it's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
So
let's see.
I'll do some I'm gonna do videos and stuff probably tomorrow when I feel more energized tonight. Not doing it.
If I was invited, I would have been on the show there, but I would be naked because I don't wear clothes.
Look at this DJ queen, her face.
And I'm the type of person like if it don't fit in my carry-on, I don't care how long my trip is, I'm not wearing it. So I would just be out there naked. That happened last time we was in Jamaica. They was like, "Ma'am, you have to put on clothes."
She got kicked out the restaurant.
To come to breakfast. I was like, "Oh my bad."
And I went right to breakfast. I said, "Okay, see you later."
You gotta come in and what?
You got to actually wear clothes when you go to breakfast.
Oh.
I think I had like, what I have? I think I had like just a bathing suit. I don't know what it was. It was something. And they kicked me out.
Yep, ma'am.
But I'm like, we right next to nude beach, so
I would love to go to a nude beach.
Yeah.
I've experienced it. It's not cute.
Oh.
especially a lot of old people. And I didn't. First of all, okay. Sidebar. It was our honeymoon, and we didn't know that we were in Miami. We didn't know that we were on a new beach. And so we're sitting there, and I'm like, you know, he's in the ocean at the time. My ex-husband, he was in the ocean, and he's having a good old time. And I just happened to look to my left, and I was like, am I seeing things? Oh, there's some woman that got some saggy boobs. And then I looked at her husband, and I said, oh, okay.
Oh, Lord.
I'm looking. There's a whole bunch of people. Get no clothes on. And it was like, I don't want to see this. Sagging and drooping and looping. And it wasn't cute.
I ain't gonna lie.
And then it was funny.
I'm like,
but then this was the funny part. Some dude with his Speedos came and he was like looking at my ex-husband. I was like, ooh, he's checking him out. And so I was like, and then I just happened to turn around. I said, we gotta go. He was like, why? I said, not only are we on a new beach, but that's a rainbow flag, boo. You're being checked out.
Oh,
we on a gay beach. He was like, oh, let's go. We ain't got time for this. We ain't got time. So yeah. We were
now what
across
happened
the
had it
street
been
from Versace house.
Nice, fitted bodies running around there naked.
Well, since you put it like that, I may have to take a different kind of poll. I may have to take a different look. Be like, oh, we ain't going nowhere.
Right. Well, it's time to go already. We just got here.
Right.
We just got here.
Sit down right here, baby.
No.
Come here, baby. We're going to a new beach, right? He ain't going.
Oh, Lord.
Oh. Nice.
That'll definitely be an experience.
Family friendly.
That's right.
Oh. Okay.
What y'all ladies got going on for this week? What we planning on doing?
I don't have anything
Work.
this week.
Yeah.
Work.
Teaching and
Yeah.
projects. Oh,
Diana,
Lord.
what was that? Yes, Danielle. Okay.
Well, all right.
She's definitely feeling better.
Right.
She's definitely feeling better.
Oh, that part.
So, Whitney, what do you do, my love?
Oh, I own my own travel agency.
Okay.
That's why.
So yes, we need to be calling you, Chanel. We need to be calling Whitney. Mm-hmm.
No, I like your hair like that.
Thank you.
It's cute.
Thank you.
I like it.
It's all right.
Very much. You know what?
Dainty Quest, when did you pop back in here?
See what I'm saying? And then I noticed when I was off, it was a little dry. That's why.
They was talking about new beaches, so I was letting them rock.
I know. I heard it.
But go ahead and moisten it back up there, baby.
Titties just. I'm here
Oh
for
my
it. You know what I'm
God.
saying? But my thing is because I heard another podcast talking about nude beaches, how some are semi and some are full. And my thing is sanitary wise, like I don't want you cooking my food. I don't know if the staff gotta be naked. Like I don't want you being like Melvin on Baby Boy, want some breakfast, and you naked cooking my
I would love it.
cooking
Boy,
No.
my breakfast and stuff, and then you got to itch, and why it's there? You just cheek, cheek, cheek. Like I don't know. I don't
Yeah, that's
know.
not.
I don't
No.
like the new beach either because sin gets everywhere. And I ain't about that life.
Lord. So if it is,
Mm-mm-mm.
you have to
Oh,
do it. Like, can you couldn't come on
You
there?
could you don't have to be nude, but if they will want you to be. But I'm like, I don't like I go to regular beach and I don't like all the sand all over me. So
Yeah.
mm-mm.
I think when people go to the beach, it's give them free range. It's always taking out wedgies. That's the only time it's
Yeah.
acceptable.
hmm
The only time.
Yeah.
I just don't like having sand everywhere. Like you go to the beach, sand be on you in different places you never thought you had on your
Yeah.
body. It sucks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like you have to
Mhm.
be in the
It
shower
takes
for
a
a long
while to
time.
get rid of it too. Just when you
hmm
think you done, nope.
Nope.
There's more.
It's
Yeah.
more. Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna need y'all to check your
Mm-mm.
calendars to see if y'all can go on a cruise with us in September.
Exactly, because that's
So
gonna be
we all can
popping.
get together.
September, I'm doing
This
a big
September.
showcase here in Atlanta.
Hmm. What's the
Mm.
dates?
We shooting for September 21st.
What's the date of the cruise?
The
Huh?
26th to the 31st.
Oh, so it don't overlap.
Mm-hmm.
September
You
21st.
you see you
It's a showcase. We're going to have fashion. We're going to have battle rapping, which, of course, I am in the battle rapping realm as well. And
Okay, Queen of the South. What? And
that's
you gonna be
right. You know what
spitting
I'm
them bars.
saying?
I know that's right.
We also doing just regular showcase. We also giving away cash prize 1,000 first, 500 second, and then 250 third. So yeah, it's gonna be a big thing here.
Okay.
Sounds
Nice.
like fun.
Oh yeah, I'm excited about it. It's gonna
and
be
when
my
is the
Mm-mm.
first showcase that I'm doing, like putting together and all that.
Nice.
So yeah,
What you say,
Mm-mm.
Danielle?
when's the okay? I got the showcase. When's the cruise?
right.
September 26th through the 30th. Yep, through the 30th.
Okay. Where's the cruise gonna be to?
It's leaving out of Houston, going to Cozumel for 4 days. So
Oh,
it's a long weekend. And we're having authors on there because y'all know I'm an avid reader. So you can meet some of these talented Black independent authors who's going to be there talking about their art, which is amazing. If you're not on my book club, join it because we have some good conversations. We read good books, and it's a non-judgment zone. Even though I be judging people in my head, I ain't gonna lie. And I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about the characters in the book people. So,
You know what I would say after when you started the book club, I like seeing. I didn't realize so many people out here like truly be writing and reading.
that
You
pen,
know
they got
what
some
I'm
serious. These women got some serious pen work. Like
mm.
they good.
saying? Like
But
I
I
be.
tell people, it's a good time.
Hmm. Like I'm very proud because it's kind of like even with the music community, it's saturated with so many artists, but at the same time, there's a lot of them that's very talented and gifted. You know that you can tell really are tapped into their craft and creativity. Like you know how sometimes nowadays people just want to get so many bags that some people are just really writing just books just to have a book just to sell it, and there's no substance to the book. You know, just like the
Right.
music. So to know that there's some people out there really taking the time and really coming up with quality work, I
Yeah.
think it's a beautiful thing.
And they
If you were a
all their
book, what
melanin
would
is
your
popping
title
too.
be?
Hmm?
If you were a book, what would your title be?
Well, I was working on this poetry book called "Simple Words from a Complicated Heart,"
Oh,
Mm.
hmm
okay.
and The book I was writing on my life was called The Girl Inside the Image. The girl quest is deep, okay? And I know people waiting on these releases, but
The girl questions is hilarious.
I'm telling you, I got some stories. Oh, I swear for God, I got some stories. But
Come on, we want it.
I know I'm here. Like Nicole said earlier, we all in new seasons in our lives, and every day is a breath of fresh air. You just gotta do it. So that's exactly where I'm at in my season.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm gonna make sure at least one of them is gonna be out and ready to go before the book cruise, so I could be up there with my Kindle and be like, the way he touched me on the inside and called my name. Name that movie.
Okay, beloved.
There it is.
Bye-bye.
Okay, wait, hold on. Do you know I saw Beloved when I was 6?
Mm-hmm.
6.
Were you traumatized?
That was my first. Yes.
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 Yeah.
I
You
was
know what makes it
definitely
easier?
traumatized by.
I didn't get it. I saw it at a very young age. I didn't understand it.
Yes. I didn't understand it either at a young age, but I was still curious about it. So what I did as I got older, I went to read the book. And after I read the book at an older age, I was so excited to watch the movie again. Because with books they give you more details.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I understood why he called it Red Rover. I understood it made so much sense. It was so much details that I was excited to watch the movie again after reading the book.
Mm-hmm.
So
I may watch that movie tonight. That may be my little nightcap. I ain't seen that movie. Oh God!
Out of all movies, that's a nightcap. Girl,
Boogie
that's
Nights was
what.
my nightcap last night.
Which one?
Boogie Nights.
I ain't here.
Boogie Night.
I've
Boogie
heard of
Nights.
the movie, but I'm trying to think about have I seen the movie?
What?
I don't
I
think I've
know.
ever seen it.
Isn't that with John Travolta?
No, baby.
Boogie Nights. What's Boogie Nights?
I think you're thinking of Saturday
It's with,
Night
Mark
Live or something like
Wahlberg.
that.
He's a porn star.
Who?
With who?
Mark Wahlberg. Wahlberg.
Wait, the burger dudes?
Yeah.
You call him a porn star?
He was a porn star in the movie.
Oh, I thought you meant
I
that was what he
know
was
that
doing
man.
before he started acting. I thought he was a rapper.
No, well, he was that too.
He was.
Mm-hmm. So he's a rapper for an actor.
He's one of my
He
favorite
has
actors.
a nice soundtrack.
That
and
movie
it's
came
a
out in
good movie.
1997, so
Oh Lord. Oh yeah.
it's
I don't
old.
at all.
Make sure your kids are not around. If you have kids, they don't need or kids in the house. They can't watch that. They can't watch that movie.
Oh,
And
okay.
he's a porn star?
Yes, and he has a big penis. It's like
Oh
this
my.
big.
That's one of the movies you watching and your significant other coming like, what you watching?
What?
Oh my
It's a good movie
god.
though.
Like, if you wanted to see some meat, you just had to let me know.
Yeah, I'm saying. Let me see.
Yeah, so
Boogie
y'all go
Nights.
out on a date, y'all have movie night, Netflix night, or whatever. Be like, put on Boogie Nights.
Uh-uh.
Uh-huh.
He ain't trying to see all that.
I wasn't expecting that.
I ain't trying to see it either.
Trust me, y'all will love it.
Mm-mm. If it ain't
I'm just
melanin, I don't
describing
want to see it.
it crazy. But it's good.
What? We all have preferences.
What are we talking about? I
You're
missed
right.
looking at the trailer.
Oh, I said if it ain't melanin, I ain't trying to see it.
There it is.
That's hard.
Shut up.
I mean, at the end of the day, okay, I'm gonna say something, right? Okay. So right now, I'm still working on a series about it's a role series, right? And it's about a mafia dude and then like an ADA lady, and she's black, right? So of course, good girl versus bad dude. It's an interesting story, right? I'm on book 5 right now. But while I'm reading it, I'm thinking about something my mother said. And we asked her, was she ever interested in like outside of her race or dating like, a white man, something like that? And she said no. And we asked her why. She said because she can't even imagine being intimate with a white man because all she's thinking is like massa telling her what to do, right? So while I'm reading the book, it's like the black lady, she likes it when he's dominant like that, and the things he's saying to her, I'm just like, this is exactly what my mother was talking about. This is exactly what she was talking about, and this lady's loving it. But I can see why, like you would think that master telling you to do this and do that, but that's just people mentality. But I thought it was really funny. I guess you guys had to be there, but I'm just saying, like I've never dated. Well, I have went on dates with white guys. So I enjoy hanging out with them. But as soon as they started trying to steal a kiss, I'm like,
I dated one. I
I
found
can't.
out he was married.
Wait, what? It just took a turn.
I dated it's when I graduated from high school. I dated this white guy. Oh God, y'all, and he used to take me out to a lot of places. And one day his wife ended up calling my phone. And I honestly did not know this man was married. I was like 18 and he was like 25. And, at that time in my life, I was young. I was still learning and trying my shoes out and dating because I hadn't dated since I had my son. So, man, that was the worst thing. I heard this lady beat this man up, and his wife was black too. And I heard this lady beat him up on the phone. She tore his ass up. And I was like, never again. He was all right. It was different because I like to wear my hair with, extensions at that time. It is kind of like a barrier when you date somebody of a different race, like that. I don't like saying white. I don't want to sound so.
It's culture. Everything is not
really
always
different
race.
dating a white guy.
Most of it is culture.
Right.
It's not always freaking race. Like I was telling Quest, I even told my girlfriend, who happened to be white, and she says, now you have me looking at my husband weird. Because I said, it's just culture. Because, Caucasian people say cock.
Right.
We say dick.
Right.
So she was like, I never thought about that. Because that is what my husband calls it. I said, yeah. So it's a culture. I won't be like, yo, let me get that cock. Like, what? That sounds weird to me. It just doesn't.
And what is a cock?
And if I say cock to my husband,
A rooster.
I just think that is the weirdest thing to call a man proud of.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, even Denzel Washington said it so well when he did the movie, the movie Fences. He said everything ain't race. Like, we know what a hot cone smells. You gotta have that burn, that sizzle. It's culture, and if you don't understand the culture or really immerse in the culture, you're not going to understand each other or how to adapt to one another, because it's already hard to adapt from a male and a female. We're two totally different beings, obviously.
Yeah.
We think differently, we speak differently, we act differently. But then you put a whole nother culture in that as well. There's so many challenges you have to overcome, because I never dated a Caucasian person before, but I just dated a gentleman who was Dominican. And our cultures was like, oh, I can't do this. Like, it was just too much. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, your mom got too much control. Like, you believe in this. It was just so many things that you had to overcome. And I'm like, can't do it. It was just too much of barriers trying to understand each other. And I was like, no. I was like, no. And then even though, his family had like darker Dominican, because people thought I was Dominican, his sister was dark like me. So everybody, you could be like, oh, you still gonna have black babies, but it's really how you were raised. Everybody don't like Dr. Umar, but when Dr. Umar be like, yeah, you could be with like a Spanish person or somebody who's mixed, but do they understand the culture, or do they represent that black part of them? Because if you don't, you're literally on two different planets trying to figure out each other. And I tell people, everything ain't race. It's culture, how you've been brought up, how you view things. Because there's plenty of attractive white men, but I couldn't date one because I'm like, that's not my speed. That doesn't turn me on. But I could see if somebody was beautiful, oh, that's a gorgeous guy. but doesn't mean I want to be with this gorgeous guy. Because I'm like, that's in everything. Because even me as a married woman, I'm gonna see gorgeous people all day. Don't mean I want to talk to them. I could think they're, gorgeous. So I was like, everything ain't always race. A lot of it is culture and understanding and building. But I know for me, I always like the chocolate. That's why I got a sweet tooth.
Right.
And I don't even like white chocolate. I don't.
Well, I mean, you know what? I pat myself on the back for trying that one time, but it's not for me.
It's for whoever it's for. Who you sleep with is your business. What makes you happy is your business. And
I thank God I didn't go to that part of sleeping with him or nothing like that. That's no.
And that's the thing. Like I hung out with them. I went on dates, but when they try to get close, try to kiss me, like I was grossed out. I don't think. I wouldn't even consider it a white thing. It just happened to be white, and it was just gross. Like you were not my person, and you just happened to be white. You know what I'm saying? So
everybody don't miss the shoes. Black people like, ew, get out of here. Like you just don't. It's everything is preference, what you like. And I tell people, who you sleep with is your business. Love is love. As long as you ain't sleeping with anybody who sleep in my bed, we good. That's the only time I'm concerned. But love is love. Wherever you can find love, wherever you can find peace, wherever you can find partnership, do you, boo? Do you?
And them.
Exactly. Just not me. Because you're not invited over here. Anybody who ain't Jonathan. If that's not your name, well, it could be a lot of those. But if you don't look like my husband, it ain't shit. Because I'm like, it's a common name. People are like, that's my name too. But I ain't talking about you. But it's interesting. People don't realize a lot of things is really close. Because when I was telling the girl, like I was saying, she's like, oh my God, I never thought about that. I said,
you had her looking at her husband differently?
Because she never thought, because she's a white woman and her husband white. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm reading this book and I could tell the interracial by the wording, by what they're saying. Even if you didn't describe that it was, and I started laughing because I think it's funny. And I'm like, she's like, why? I said, because even at like the sex scenes, you're reading it and I'm like, it's I can't like take it seriously. Become like cock. Like I'm laughing every time I read the word cock. Like that's hilarious to me. I'm like, won't you grab on this cock? I'm like, what the heck? It don't even sound
and then you're reading it in a white voice.
Right?
Right.
And then like, cause you're trying to, but I just can't take it seriously. And then I said it to her, she goes, well, what do you call it? I'm like, a dick. What do you mean, what do I call it?
Right.
She was like, oh my God, I never even thought about it. Cause that's what, she said, I do call it a cock. And then she goes, so after that, and this is more than one white person, cause I work with people and we're always talking and I read books. And so she's like, what? When my husband like, come get some of this cock, I thought about you and started bust out laughing. Because like after it happened, she was like, and now I tell him, stop saying cock because all I can do is think about you and laugh because I never realized how, a black woman and, black people saying versus, I'm like, yeah, it's just really a cultural thing. And if you don't educate, even though something that's simple where we laugh about, so every time she sees me, I'll be like, cock, she just busts out laughing. And because she never even realized that we say something different. Because honestly, we don't really talk about our sex life. It just was a book. So you're not really having that conversation. And she's like, I didn't realize I do say that. And I didn't realize that's what you guys say. I was like, yeah. So she'll look up in a bad way. She gets things about me and start laughing.
You know, the funny part is about that too.
What?
She just admit that her husband tells her to come and get this cock.
He's a guy.
Oh.
You don't have to admit that. He's a guy. Dick, cock, whatever you want to call it.
I would break up with you if I swear to God, I would break up with the dude if you say that.
I can't even hear a masculine way of saying that word because it's not our culture.
We're not used to, we don't say it and we don't hear it. But if a guy said come ride this dick, like, okay, daddy, what's the difference? It's culture. It's just that's what they call it.
You know what you should do? You should send her a text with a rooster on it and see if she gets it.
Nicole, can you hear?
I can hear you guys now. I couldn't hear you before. I don't know what was going on.
It was the cock in the atmosphere.
Oh.
Oh, wait, she wasn't here for the conversation. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so
We just
sorry,
talk
Miss
about
Jack.
cultures. I said everything ain't always race when it comes down to people dating. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it's culture. Like I was saying, one of my girlfriends, well, more than one, because I had this conversation with several of them because I think it's hilarious. Is that like we were talking earlier? I read a lot of books, and I could tell who the character is even without you describing them. Even if like sex scenes, for instance, anytime I read interracial relationships and they mention cock, I start laughing because I know in my vocabulary, I don't call it cock, I call it a freaking dick. That's what it is. And when I talk to, when I talked to my white girlfriends, I'm like, yeah, you know, it's funny when I read these books and they say, oh, well, what do you call it? You know, because that's what they call it. And I was like, as a black woman, with my black husband, I call it a dick. If I ever call it a cock, he's like, yo, who you been sleeping with? Like, I don't got no freaking cock. And she's like, they were like, I never thought about it like that. And I was like, a lot of times in relationships, it's just cultural. You know, I'll say stuff, and I said, like, is she there again? She messing up? Well, when we get back, we'll finish. I can repeat it.
Chanel, does these words make you uncomfortable?
No. I'm just listening.
I feel like she just, clenched her pearls.
Ain't nobody on here. This is called education. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, that's why I tell people, even when I was telling people that I read black romance novels, and people from other races, not just Caucasian, like they make black romance novel. What's the difference than just being a romance novel? And I have to say, culture.
Mm-hmm.
We know when they talk about certain foods, activities, slang words, if you like this. And I used to work at the library, be a library assistant for years because I love to read. And all the time when we had like discussions as librarians and stuff like that, and like, oh, I didn't like this. And I said, I bet you a black person gonna say they like the book. And every time we do a poll and they'll come in, oh, I like the book. I said, you didn't get it because you don't understand the culture.
Mm-hmm.
You don't understand, even when they do older books, like when people, were in like slavery. And now I read a book, it was really good about the first like black people out of slaveries and how they were like making money and doing all this type of stuff. And some people didn't understand it. Like, but you don't get, I'm like, because you don't understand the culture. You're not black. So if you don't understand the culture, you're not going to understand the book. So like everybody, oh, I love that, but that book was so good. I'm like, yeah, she didn't understand it. It's not like it wasn't a good book. If you don't understand it, you don't understand it. So it doesn't resonate with you. So everything ain't always your color of your skin. It's really about just being accepted and understanding one another. Like I said before, we're women, they're men. So you already have to get that together because we don't think alike. Mm-hmm. And then when you add culture, that's a whole nother level that you're trying to understand. So I tell everybody, everything ain't always been, oh, you racist, you don't like this. No, we all have preferences. And there's nothing wrong with having your preference. You want to be whoever you want to be with. Like I said before, as long as they ain't my husband, I don't care. They ain't my business.
Right.
Whatever makes you, I love love. That's why I always read. And I like love Hardmar. I'm a helpless romance. I love to see love. I don't judge, but I hate when people always be like, oh, well, why won't you date this person? Because that's my personal preference. That person don't give me a spark. It doesn't turn me on. But I could tell you if it's a beautiful person.
I think that is the weirdest thing when people say that because all you need is one. So why are you shocked at all these people I don't like? But I don't understand why people be so judgy about that. Why don't you like them? They're not my person.
Right.
I met a lot of people that was great on paper, but there was no spark. There was nothing there. So at that point, your looks didn't mean anything. Your bank account don't mean anything. Your profession don't mean anything because you're not my person.
Exactly. And it's true. I just got in an argument with my girlfriend the other day. It wasn't an argument, but I like to say it was an argument. She said, why do you always say it's an argument? I said, because it sounds better when you say it that way. Give the story more content. But like I read a lot of books, and it's one book I'm reading. I said, this girl she hasn't been raised right. Well, she has, but she's spoiled and she's been hurt and don't know how to deal with the hurt. You know what I'm saying? So she's hurting other people, and it's pissing me off because somebody just needed to put her in her freaking place. And she was like, oh, but I felt like it's a really messy story, but it's good. But it's messy, and I don't like messy good because I'm like, I read these books to kind of escape, to be in my happy place, not to deal with real life drama. So it's just too much drama. And my drama is when I feel like you don't have morals. You know what I mean? Like, you know what you're doing is wrong, but you're doing it anyway because, oh, when I see him, I get a spark. But if you with Tony, but Tim gives you a spark, you need to leave Tony if you're going to be with Tim. I don't care who you are. I don't like infidelity and cheating and all that type of stuff. I'm like, because I feel like, what is that saying about yourself? Why are you going around hurting people so they could now, if you hurting them, they act like you, then more people hurting people instead of say, you know what, Tony, this ain't working for me. Blah, 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 step away and then be with freaking Tim or whoever the heck you want to be with. And my brother said, like, that spark thing. I said, I don't care about the spark. Morals is morals. You shouldn't be dealing with two people at the same time. Point, period.
Unless you're open and honest from the jump
about. If they're accepting it.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you shouldn't be dealing with two people when you also still stuck on Timmy. So you like freaking in a freaking triangle with your emotions, and all these people emotions are tied to it. I said, yeah, she's a female, but I said, if it's a guy, we'd be talking about him too. What makes the difference? Be mature to be like, stop trying to drag all these people and their emotions in this situation, and then you wonder why we got a crazy freaking America. And she's like, well, that spark is right. I said, and she could still have that spark, but you grown. You know what? This ain't working for me. Because none of the people want to, because how the story evolved, they're not accepting what the hell. I'm like, she's a cheater. She's holding around right now. You call whatever you want to do. That's what the heck she's doing. It ain't right. I don't care if she got a spark. Leave the other people alone and go with your freaking spark if that's what you want to do. But don't be saying, oh, you know what? I'm going to try to work it out with you, but now I'm working out with you. Girl, that pisses me off. I'm like, this is not hopeless romantic. Y'all pissing me off. Why does she gotta be out here so confused? Don't know who she want to be with? Because I said, y'all know if it was a dude, we'll feel type of way. Like, yo, this dude's a dog, blah, blah, blah. I said, she doing the same freaking thing. And reality is, we don't deal with whatever that emotion. You still stuck on Timmy from 3 years ago. You shouldn't be with nobody, technically, until you get over that relationship. And now you
couldn't get over the cock, wet.
She couldn't. But he ain't had no cock.
Oh, dear.
What they described. But the point of the matter,
God.
You really think about people. You know how they say in relationships, you got to go back years. Childhood trauma, or the first person who broke their heart, whatever, because she's still pining on the first guy who broke her heart. But guess what you're doing? So now you somebody first. And you breaking next person heart. Then this person, it just keeps on going on. And we got a whole bunch of toxic people because nobody's dealing with anything and everybody's making excuses for the toxicity. No. Get this mess together because now you're going to have kids and the kids going to be seeing all this because now they got babies. Baby don't know who the heck this papa, who this dad. This is like, you know what I'm saying? Stop it. It's just too messy. Even though it's a book, it don't feel like real life.
Well, yeah. Because you got to remember,
and that's
culture as well. You're being taught. You know the saying they say when to get over somebody old, you get under somebody new. And that's just not
true.
Good advice.
Really not.
Toxic. It's just not. Deal with whatever it is you're dealing with before you inject it onto somebody else.
Yeah.
Right. That's just horrible. Like, how are you going to be good to somebody else? You're not even being good to yourself.
Right. Absolutely.
Your own reality.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I don't like it. I don't even care about no sparks. It's just messy and it ain't right because now I'm invested. And once I get invested, I got to read all the series. I'm done. So now I got to go through this trauma with this person.
Yes. That's true because Storms asked me that a lot. Like I was separated 3 years before I officially moved out and everything like that. In the sense of the matter, I could have dated, I could have, did, little things here and there, but I didn't want to do that. I really wanted to first of all find out who I really wanted to be with because I know that I messed up with this one for I was married for 14 years. And I just, so I had to think a long while, like what it was, what I really wanted. And I'm glad that I did that because I could have been that person. I had plenty of opportunities to get underneath somebody real quick. But I didn't do that. I didn't go that route in my life. I took my time.
Which is good. Yeah. I'm not judging anybody. I am judging this character. I'm not going to lie because it's a character. But I just feel like because I have girlfriends, I talk to a lot of people. I say, you know what? When you read these books, and I always tell the books help me not to judge, but I do judge the people in the book. Because and then my girlfriend like, you don't know the backstory. I said, girl, I know the backstory. I've been read. This is book number 8. I know the freaking backstory. Don't tell me I don't know the backstory.
If you don't know about it now, honey, you ain't gonna never know it.
Exactly. But it makes me think of real people who we don't really know their backstory.
That's a reality.
And then you meet this person why they're doing all this because they never healed the hurt in the beginning. You never took time for yourself to be like, you know what? And then she says it to herself. I'm still in the middle of this book. She finally says it. Oh my God, I'm hurting these people, and I don't want them to feel like how I feel. I'm like, you already did the damage, chick. You already freaking did it. Now you realize what you're doing, and she's still playing. Some of these guys she's playing with is gangsters, and he's like, yo, I already told you about. And one guy told her like, yo, you about to get your fiance. You about to get him murked because I don't like sharing. It's a whole messy situation. Now you put people's life on the line, but this happens in real freaking life.
Yes, it does.
And I'm like, us as people in general, I don't care what your sex is. You could be a guy, girl, whatever you want to be. But deal with that because this whole toxicity, and I told her, I was like, I don't like it because I can really see real people going through this. And then people hurt more people. Then you got people who dead. And then you wonder why these kids, you know how we be seeing stuff on the news? The husband or the wife end up killing the whole freaking family. Something crazy like this could be happening. We just don't know the backstory. Now they just freaking lose their mind. Like I said, the thin line between love and hate, a thin line between sane and insane. You mess with people the wrong way, you could trigger something that they didn't even know they're capable of. But it's always stemmed from hurt people.
Yeah.
And we just tend to exactly. And we just need to learn how to heal and go through the emotions. This girl asked me at my job. She goes, why don't you drink or smoke or anything? I said, because I always wanted to deal with whatever situation I was in. If I'm hurting, let me hurt. Let me get over whatever it is. I don't want to numb it. I'm not perfect, but if it takes me a year, take me a year. But let me deal with that than me trying to numb it and then me messing with somebody because then I'm going to be more.
Because it doesn't go away.
People. It doesn't.
It doesn't go away until you deal with it. It's just
so I'm like, let me be depressed. I remember one of my friends, when I broke up with this guy years ago. I've been with my husband for 100 years, but like my high school sweetheart. I was crying over this guy, and I had my little black joke. My mom always said, have a funeral. Whenever you break up with somebody, you need to have a funeral to get over that person. Dead the relationship, not the person. So I was crying, like, oh, God. But I had to get out of my system. And my friend like, get back with him. And this is my guy best friend. You need to get back with him. I never see that. I said, no, I don't. I need to dead this relationship. I don't care how long. Because I was with him for like 3 years. And then we would like got together in high school. We went like to my senior year. And I was like, no, I have to get this relationship out my system because I need to be able to see him and don't feel nothing. And every time I see him and I feel something, it ain't done. You know? And I went through that for months. And I was telling you, a month later, after when I finally was able to see him and I didn't feel nothing, a month later, I met my husband. I've been with my husband for 18 years.
Wow.
Ain't that crazy? I'd be like, God knew.
You can't accept something good until you let go of the bad.
If I didn't sit there and go through that, I could have missed my blessing.
Yes. Yeah.
I remember you was crying. You was like, oh, I never seen you like that. I said, I don't care. It took me like, 6 months? A full 6 months to like get this person. I was like, yo, I couldn't. Every time I saw him, I would like want to cry. Like, you know, I'll give you 2 years. I thought this was my soulmate, whatever. But I
knew he wasn't.
Yeah, you, mommy, and everybody else said it too. But the point of the matter is, I had to go through that. And because my mom told me that from a young age, she said, always have your funeral. Whenever you're done with a relationship, you need to don't be, dead the person, dead the relationship. Like I got rid of everything, even pictures we was in together, like proms. Nope, just give me my single picture. I don't want none of that stuff together.
Oh, I couldn't stand my prom date. I'm sorry.
You were so stupid. But I'm like, life happens. I even tell my son, my kid, I'm like, you are supposed to feel your emotions. Why do we feel like we're not supposed to feel anything? We just have to learn how to control them. Yeah. There's difference. You know what I mean? So this is my book life, y'all. This is how the books be having me. I'm like, girl. But you read this book, yeah, quiet. Did you read this book? We need to talk about it.
No. Whitney will read 1,000 books a year. Mm-hmm. I like to have mine marinate. You know what I'm saying? Like my green tea.
It be marinate. I'm invested and marinated. and I'm gonna move on because when it's over, it's over. But
at the end of the
talks
day,
on, isn't this like real topics though, guys?
what?
That's it.
Issues in the community. Everything in this book I'm talking about, we could know somebody or been through it.
No, you're right.
See, that's what I'm saying.
But it's like after a long day, you know how the guy get like that stiff drink and he sips on it for a little bit. That's how I am with the books. I'm like, I'm gonna read 2 chapters tonight. Or if a break, I'm gonna read a chapter here. I just let it, marinate. I don't want to rush it. I just want to just let it marinate. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. I'm so serious.
I get it.
Because I want to enjoy it. Like, how it's great when you can binge something, but I'm like, let's take it back. I used to watch things like once a week. I'm like, maybe I'll do an episode here, and then I'm gonna do one tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta let it marinate. So you're excited about the next chapter. You're excited about the next episode. Like, I'm remixing my whole life and my experiences every day. Those movies where they experience the same day every day until they get it right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's literally how I live my life. I wake up, like everything just reset. And I'd be like, okay, how are we going to do this today? And then I reset every morning the same way. People think that's funny, but I'm so serious. That's exactly what I do.
That's what you're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. Every day, God says a new beginning, so you get to start all over.
Amen. That was a lot.
Saga continues, ladies. I still have, I think, 3 more books. I think the series will be over. It's 2 series in one. Like, one series ended, and like kind of like the one that we was reading with you, Quest. Remember the 11-book series? But this one was one person, and then it spun off to the child. This is a child story because you grew up. The father story was 6 books, and then the child story is a different title, but you still kind of
they're connected.
They're connected because you learned about her and her father's story, but now she's growing and she's a hot mess. But you still like get clips of the father and what he's doing in his life and how all that good stuff. So still, I feel like it's a continuous series, and I'm like, y'all, I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm not on here because I might put an actor cover on my show, and I don't want nobody to know what I'm talking about yet. But I'll tell y'all what it is. Yeah, the father story now. I love that story.
It's too much toxicity from that synopsis.
No, the father story, amazing. Her story's not bad. She's young, so she's stupid. She's through life. She hasn't been through life. She's making stupid decisions. And I see how you look, Nicole. I'm serious.
I see the expressions too. I can't wait to hear her comments when
Go ahead, Nicole. I was waiting when she made that face. I said, I'm calling her out.
No, because here's the thing. I'm listening. I don't know what's going on with my internet, but my internet is tripping, so it's like I'm glitching. But I'm listening because it's like, okay, some of this is my life, some of this isn't my life, but I'm always mirroring things to my life, so it's like I can sympathize, I empathize with that. Oh, is that why I was doing that? Because I was hurting? God damn! Like, it's a lot of, because here's the thing. Now that I am back in counseling, I'm rediscovering myself. I'm rediscovering who I am now and why I did things that I did back when I was hurting. I don't understand why I did certain things while I was hurting because it came from a very, from my childhood. So things that came from my childhood are now kind of reliving itself in a sense. But I'm trying to understand, well, why was I doing that? Well, why did I do that to that person? Dang, I didn't even know that I was hurting that person because I was hurting. And when you're hurting, you don't know why you're doing certain things to other people. So now I'm at a place in my life where, okay, I'm trying to peel back the layers now. I'm trying to gain understanding because there's some things in my closet that I just don't need anymore, that just don't fit me anymore. Because who I'm becoming now is totally different from who I was. But see, there's still layers of residue that's on me that I don't need anymore. But I got to find out why I don't need it so it doesn't stay on me, so I can release it and let that thing go and keep moving forward so I can grow.
You hear that grown woman talk right there? Nicole, keep on. She preaching.
Oh.
And 411 will tell you a lot if you just listen to the lyrics and the rhythm of my rhyme that I'm giving you right about now. It's because I have not wrote my story yet because I'm still trying to live my story.
Yes. Come on in here.
Come on, Nicole. Y'all heard that?
That was ain't nothing but the divine of God speaking to me right now. I'm gonna have to replay that later and listen to my damn self. I'm like, girl, you a freak.
But Nicole is a grown woman because she said, wait, is that me? Oh, I was doing that type of stuff. And that's what I like about these books, because I tell people it makes you not want to really judge people. Even though you judge the characters, but it makes you look at yourself.
No,
like
you judge the characters.
I do. I judge the characters. What was her? I judged her because I just feel like, when you know the back, I watched her grow. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, why are you acting like this? You already know, like, she been through some stuff, and she like some serious stuff, and I want y'all to probably read a book. So it's like in my mind, like, I know your backstory. Why are you acting like this? They went to their mama, like, she need therapy. I said, he put her to therapy. He got, like, you know, all types of stuff to kind of get her to go through trauma, because she's been through a lot of trauma. But it's like you said, she's still hurting, and she's just trying to fill a void with people, and they can't fill that void.
But here's the thing, and I can relate to this because it's somewhat of my story.
I know it's gonna be good. I'm listening.
So what it is though, when we substitute a void that's missing,
that's the devil.
I'm glitching again.
Go back, Nicole. When we substitute a void that's missing, what was you saying?
When you substitute a void that is missing, you feel like, oh, I need this person to be able to get through it. When in actuality, what I'm learning, the only person you are needing is yourself, but you haven't discovered yourself yet. So you keep doing the same repetitive things because that's all you know. So when you start to be still enough, when I was in COVID, I had no choice but to get to love me. I didn't like it. I didn't like what I was seeing. I didn't, I had to discover myself in ways that I didn't want to. But I am actually glad that I did, because that's when I started to grow.
Yes.
So when you start to grow, and when you notice that you're a good person, you got good qualities, you got good morals and things that you want for yourself.
We see you.
We see you now, because I was about to go off again, but you came back quick.
But what I was going to say is that when you're raised on good morals and values and things of that nature, but sometimes we create things that we really don't need to create. Okay. And I can speak to that because I've created a lot of things, unnecessary things that I really didn't need to create. But it was my way of protecting myself. It was my way of filling those voids that I thought I needed to survive. But now that I am surviving, it's like, girl, what the hell were you thinking? Why'd you do that? But it has to come to a place too. And I just said this the other day, when you learn how to be authentic with yourself, when you learn how to be honest with yourself, I tell myself a number of times, self, let me tell you something right here, right now. Why'd you do that? Because I felt no.
And that's the accountability.
You did it because
you cannot grow without your accountability, period.
You got to hold yourself accountable. Amen. So if you don't hold yourself accountable, you're going to continue to keep doing the same thing over and over again. And people only do what you allow.
Amen. Exactly.
So, at the end of the day, we don't like to hold it in, Miss TQuest, I'm writing on the mirror reflection of love within me. That's my poetry book. So the mirror reflection.
I can't wait till y'all to publish these things so I can read it and we can have a conversation. This is so good.
Honey, sometimes you got to put up that mirror. And our best relationships, let me say this is something that I'm learning, is glitch, stop it. In the name of Jesus, stop it. Okay, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Because this glitch is driving me. Okay. So, what I was going to say, your reflection of your relationships that you're having should be growing you. If it's not growing you, you don't need to be investing in something that's not growing you. If it's not adding to your life, it doesn't need to be in your life. If you cannot add into somebody else's, you don't need to be in theirs. Stop wasting time, because our lives are precious and we are trying to grow ourselves to become better. If we don't, we're going to continue to be stagnant and stuck, and we're not going to be able to give our seeds of our own greatness to other people until we learn how to develop our own seeds within ourselves. That's it.
That's right. All right, now preach, girl.
That's a word, honey.
And
That's what I'm talking about. And she ain't lying about one thing she said, because I was away last week in Question. I was away last week when I was in Portugal. My friend was like, "Why are you not doing that? You don't do work." I want my better. I said, because God is taking me somewhere, and I need to know where He's taking me. That's why I didn't bring like family and stuff like that. Even though she was driving me crazy, I said, next time I ain't bringing you either. But she was perfect. She was a perfect person, because during the whole trip, she was like, "You know, I can't wait to have my family. I'm about to get out. You know, about to retire. Blah 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 blah." And by the end of the trip, God said to me, because I was like, "Where out?" And then Quest, I told the Quest, "I don't know where I'm gonna go in my life. I'm trying to do. I got business. I got a job. My kids. Everyone drive me crazy." And God just said, clear as day, gratitude. And I was like, why? Because I remember me and my friend was watching like my wedding videos, because like she came to the anniversary. She said, "Who recorded?" I said, "You recorded this video, girl. You forgot." She goes, "Oh my God." I was like, "They did a good job," because she's a hot mess. And we're crying, we're just talking. And God was just like, gratitude. And he was like, everything that drives you crazy, she's asking God for. You know what I'm saying? And I told my mom, because every day, like I wake up at 5:00 in the morning, I read, I do my workout, all this stuff, and spend time with Jesus. And I said, I need this trip because God said He's trying to show me who I am. And the only way He can show you who I really am is through these people, through my children, through my husband, through my family, because they're gonna pull out whatever mess is there. Because a lot of times your family gives you these type of things. And for you to really tackle who you are, you have to know how you respond. That's why I was saying, I was like, you know what, God, thank you for gratitude. I said, because there's no way I asked you for all these things and I get it, and now I'm ungrateful or I'm not happy. That's the enemy. So I had to take a step back and be like, you know what, God? Everybody's moving at their own level, but what I realized is God. I told my mom this literally when I got back, and I haven't been home a week, and I'm somewhere else. But I said, what I realized on this journey is that when you're really seeking God, He's gonna show you all the ugly in you, not everybody else. Because at the end of the day, like my kids are kids, and you know what I had to realize, my kids are real kids. And I was a kid, but we was raised by single moms, so we kind of had to grow up. You know what I'm saying? We had to be more mature. And I don't always understand my kids because they privileged. And there's nothing wrong with them being privileged, because question, like, I want to be a lead kid. And I'm like, I would wish I was my kid too. So I don't always understand them. And the Lord had to say to me, your problem is you put expectations on people you shouldn't have put expectations on. So I always say, I'm telling you, I was there for a week, and I was like, me and my girlfriend was crying because God was really speaking to me. Because I'm like, yo, why does this stuff frustrate me? I said, treat your house like a business. If they leave a shoe up there, if you go to work, somebody leave a shoe, you pick it up. You know, just do what you have to do to create what you want to create, and not stop worrying about what the kids doing, what your husband's doing. You know, when it comes down to my new stuff that don't really mean nothing. I'm like, if I have it, you know, and I was reading my book, one of these series, and she was like, the lady, she lost her family. And she met a family, and she was like, this is gonna make me emotional, but it's all good. She was like, the guy was like, oh, I could call the cleaner to clean up. And she said, no, I'm gonna clean this kitchen because I have a kitchen to clean. Because they messed it up because they had a family. And I was like, boom. I'm like, and that's when gratitude hit me. Like, you might complain, question, why are you always in your office? And she mean my kitchen. Because I'm always in the freaking kitchen, cooking and cleaning. And I'm like, because they eat all the time. And then sometimes it frustrates me. I'm like, freak, I was just cleaning. I got, because, you know, but if you're cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner, they're going to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And you're going to have to clean breakfast, lunch, and freaking dinner. But I used to get so frustrated about it. But when she said that, I was like, ah. So every time I go in my kitchen, I'd be like, thank God I got a kitchen to clean. Thank God I have children I can feed. You know, one of my One of my clients just lost her daughter, and she came to me the other day, and I almost like we just was holding each other. I said, I just got back, went to work for 2 days, and she came in and she goes, I don't know that if you heard. And I was just like, and all I could hear in my head, gratitude. You know what I'm saying? Be appreciative for what you have, because so many people are asking God for these things, and He's giving to you. Like when Nicole was saying, and I was like, she ain't lying. You looking at yourself and you want to grow and develop, but you have to figure out who made you the boss to be like putting expectation on stuff. Like I tell anybody who have kids, before you have kids, and my greatest advice is delete whatever dream you thought they were supposed to be.
Woo, come on.
Because if you have a dream, oh, my kid's gonna be cooking and cleaning, they're gonna be neat, they'll be professors, you never give yourself the opportunity to learn who they really are. Because they're competing with an imaginary person.
Right.
Yep.
And I had to learn that the hard way. And I cried, girl, I cried. But I had to because I feel like, my problem is my problem, because I put expectation on people who I shouldn't put expectations on. But I didn't realize it. We don't know. We all have I want the house, I want the kids, or my family gonna be like this. But I'm like, that's the enemy, because we don't know when God gonna give it to us, if He gonna give it to us.
We literally was talking about this earlier in the podcast.
This is confirmation. Oh my God, this is how God works. This is confirmation here.
Yeah.
What do you do? Where's the tithes? Where's the envelope? We got a pastor.
Yes.
Cash App $TQuestGLM.
But growth, it's growth.
Yeah. No, it's true.
It's growth. We have to
and here's the thing. I think that, I heard a friend of mine had said this to me a couple of weeks ago. He said, have you ever listened to Anita Baker Fairy Tale? And I said, I love that song. He was like, have you listened?
Oh, freaking devil.
To it? Let me listen to it. So when I listened to the song, I was like, oh my God, I've heard this song many a times, but it's not the same. My fairy tale is not the fairy tale that I thought I was supposed to have. My fairy tale is what I create. And I know I'm gonna sound preachy right now, but here's the thing. God placed on my heart, He said, you are created in my image. Okay, so we're all creations of God's image. He imagined us into existence. We imagined as kids what our husbands were going to look like, and at the end of the day, we are the creators of our own destiny. We are the creators of what we speak into existence.
That's right.
Chanel had an idea. She had that idea, and then she walked out on faith. And she created her business. She is a testament in her business that she planted a small little seed that is now elevated into something so big and so grand, and now she's planting her seeds of greatness in other people's gifts.
That's right. That's right.
And now
That's
their
right.
gifts are multiplying because of her creation. Just like God. We are all planting our seeds of greatness, but nobody doesn't see the scars, the sweat, the tears, the what ifs, the pain, our prayers. They don't see that. They see the gift.
Right.
And sometimes I think that's what God wants us to see within ourselves, how beautiful His creation is, scars and all.
Right.
And I have to go through my journey just like the young lady in the book. Sounds like a little bit like me, not completely, but it sounds a little bit like me. But sometimes if I didn't hear the story, I wouldn't have understood, oh my God, that's how I look? That's how I am?
Close that window.
My God.
That lady all up in my house.
I need to change the way that I see myself. Because when I change the way I see myself, now I can grow. Now I can see myself in a different light. And I can prosper in ways, because it's not just for me, it's for somebody else. So my daughter can now see me in a different light. Like, Mommy, I admire you because I've seen you go through the hardships. But now she can see me being her first teacher, that you don't have to go through all these hardships, baby, because you can create your life to be different. And that's all we're trying to do. That's what our parents have been trying to do for years. They've been trying to teach us to do things differently. But they had to go through the struggle. They had to go through the hardship. And that's what our children now, they don't see that. They don't see a lot of hardships because everything is given to them. So now I can only imagine what their generation of kids are going to be like.
We can't fathom it because it's not our reality. Even with our kids, we can't fathom like why they think like, you know, having a strong personality they have. Like, you know, some people, why they ask you questions? Because we wasn't allowed to ask questions. You know what I'm saying? So it just, I always say, my biggest thing, how do you teach a kid to be hungry when they always have a full plate?
Okay.
Because I have a different type of dog in me than my kids because I had a single mom. So I had to think differently. Like I knew it was just her. My kids got two parents and just freaking lived the freaking best life. Got stamps in their passports, been everywhere. I never did that till I was grown. So they look at things totally different. Yeah, but I had to learn I can't knock them. I can't always like, because they're a better version of me that I don't understand. Because I wasn't allowed to really be that person. Even like my daughter, I want to choke her out sometimes. I'm not even gonna lie, because she thinks she could use my house as her canvas. You know what I'm saying? She's drawing on stuff. She take the stuff. I bought this brand new thing from Portugal. I haven't had it for 24 hours. She took the whole honeycomb out. I want to choke her out. I said, Jay, but she has like she's very creative, and we couldn't be like how she is. Cause my mom ain't having that. But I had to also be like, you know what? She's a creative kid. This is my house. Thank the Lord, because somebody would have put me out. But if I would have that freedom, I probably would have been like her. Like, you know what I mean? So understanding all these things about ourselves as we grow, trying to understand our children. Yeah. It'd be like, God help me, because they're not us. And I have to constantly remind myself that my kids don't think like me, don't act like me, because they wasn't brought up like me. So they didn't have to be. They're real kids, and even though we had a good childhood, we didn't have their childhood. I wonder which. I don't know who I would have been today if I had their childhood, but I don't think it's bad. But it's hard to kind of retrain our brains. Like
it is. You know? It is, because it's funny that you say that, because it's just like with me, you know, growing up, my dad, oh my God, he always wanted me to go into the freaking military all the time, because my whole family military. I didn't want to go into no military. And even after I had my son, he was like, oh, well, you can still go, but I want you to do nursing. Then switch over to nursing, because you can't go wrong with nursing, because you always have a job. You know, that's what everybody says. You always have a job somewhere in nursing, which is true. But that was never my passion. My passion in life have always been music, the industry, period. I didn't care what part it was in. I'm always interested in every part of it. So I ended up doing nursing for 10 years. And I was miserable. When I'm telling y'all, that was the most miserable 10 years of my life doing that. I can't even describe it. And I feel like, too, when I got married, he took me out of that because I didn't have to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have to work. I had to do nothing but sit at home, take care of the kids, and you know, just that and the third. So by me saying that is that it's true. What I do with my kids, even though they're older, all my kids are grown except for my one that turns 10 tomorrow. I always tell them, I will support you in whatever that you want to do, as long as you know what I taught you as far as like right from wrong type of stuff. But I never judge my kids on the most, sometimes I have to say this. Sometimes my kids will tell me something that they want to do or whatever, and I'd be like, that's the dumbest shit. But as long as they happy with it and it makes them happy, I'm with it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I can definitely. That's a true statement that you said. It's true.
Yes, Quest. I see.
Let me say this real fast. I remember when my daughter was 10, and when I say she's a Virgo, just like Chanel.
Oh Lord.
But
No.
you just never know what's gonna come out their mouths. You
Love
never
you.
know. And so she said to me, my ex-husband and I were going through our separation. We were divorced. And so I had apologized to her. And I said, baby, I'm sorry that that hurt. She said, you didn't hurt me. Y'all just hurting each other. Can I go outside and play? I was like, she's right. She's right. Because at 10, she knew that it wasn't about her. It was about us. And she's always been that grounded, kids are your greatest teachers sometimes, because you see your seed in them and they will teach you about yourself to a point where it's just like, well, damn, you know what, God? I did something right. I got me back and my kids.
Mm-hmm.
But, I think, like you said, Whitney said it best, we are our children are a different generation of kids. And we have to give ourselves kudos to our parents, because we went through some struggles with our parents. My child doesn't know that, we're going to save that bit of cheese that's left, because it got to last us a whole week. Whereas you go in the fridge now, you got a whole bunch of cheese.
Varieties.
Sharp
cheddar slice.
Right.
Yeah. Shredded. Okay. Shredded.
So that's why
Gouda.
we like, they ain't gonna never have to figure out where they gonna get some other cheese from, because we made that cheese stretch when I was a kid. Not anymore. But now that they have a variety, but I still thank God that my daughter now says, thank you, mommy. Thank you for the breakfast. Thank you for the lunch.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I did something right. And we got to give ourselves kudos for that. Yes, we can give our children a lot more of what we didn't have. But as long as they still have what we talked about, Whitney, earlier, the morals, the values, the understanding that, you still respect your parents. You still respect your elders. And I cringe every time I hear another child talk back to their parent.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, girl.
That's my mother. We didn't say we had a stretch for food, Miss Thing. So you don't gotta come over here. Let me tell you about this woman, Miss Old Lady. Cause listen, I was talking to my best friend yesterday. I said, listen, my mom gonna drive me crazy. When she know I'm pissed off, come give me a kiss. You gonna kiss your mama? So I said, watch this. So I come in the house. Did you get my socks? Remember you said you was gonna give me socks because your daughter always stealing my socks. I said, man, I forgot. Oh, I said, you just got. I didn't already tell you had your 5 minutes event before I left. You still talking? Come give me a kiss. That's what she would do.
Oh.
I said, look at this lady. You see how she would drive me crazy? Then when I ask me for a kiss afterwards.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, she's a hot mess. No one said we were starving. We were never starved. We working behind her, and my mom's a cook, so she even if we did, we would never know, because she can make anything out of anything. You will never know. My mom could. That's why I went to school for culinary school, because of her. When I told her I was going to culinary school, what? You want to cook? You ain't never cook around here. I said, excuse me, can I still be inspired? Like, what's right? gotta learn that from your son. Good, that's what. Yeah, my son would do that. If you talking to him and he don't hear what you gotta say, he's like, he'll come kiss you. 13 years old and he's a hot freaking man. He'll be 13 in less than a month. And if you talking to him and he don't want to hear what you gotta say, he'll come give you a kiss to distract you behind. And he a hot mess. He cute too. That's what my mom like. You just trying to shut me up. And she fall for every time because she just think, oh, he's just the cutest. Hot mess. That's why.
Wow. Wow.
Hot freaking mess. Quest, what you was gonna say, Quest?
I don't remember now. Let me look at my notes. No, like no, I wanted to quickly tap in on the morals part of the conversation. You know, you teach your kid things and gratitude and all that stuff. Like I said earlier, like watching our mother do so much, not just for us, but other people's families and always breaking her back for everybody.
Yep.
But it's rare that she'll get the help or people say thank you and stuff, you know, just taking her for granted. That's why every time I communicate with people, I'm always saying please and thank you and I appreciate you. You know, if I come to the house and you cook dinner, thank you for the meal, thank you for this. I always say that because I didn't appreciate people not doing that for my mother. You know what I'm saying? So I make sure that I do that to everyone, you know, because people do a lot and people don't give them their flowers. And it's the simplest things. Just show me some type of appreciation. You know, it's the littlest things that can really go a long way that a lot of people don't do. So I just make sure that I personally do it because I'm only accountable for what I say and what I do.
Right, absolutely. Well, you ladies, I have to go. I have to finish cooking. I got to finish it. I am cooking spaghetti.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you
I'm gonna finish that.
Salad?
Yes, I am.
Then it's gonna be delicious.
It is. It is. But I do want to say Happy Mother's Day. I don't know if we're gonna have a another show before Mother's Day, but if not, Happy Mother's Day in advance. For sure.
Yes, happy Mother's Day to you guys too.
Okay. All right. You ladies have a great the rest of the show. TQuest, thank you so much, my love. You know I love you. All right, guys. I'll talk to y'all later.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Chanel, I feel like I haven't talked to you in like 3 hours.
For real. So quiet.
She ain't say nothing.
Look at the way she's sitting. Like, yes, I'm here, Chanel, narcissist with a new haircut.
Right, that's why.
She
She because she knows she cute with that new haircut. So she gotta look out. And she wanna turn this
why the shoulders out. That's why
you see it, right? With the shoulder, everything. She came
I want to make sure
prepared.
I see my zigzags and everything in the back.
Now, can you drop us some gems before we head out of here? Something.
I mean, you ladies covered it to a T. You know, accountability is so important in growth because you can't do it without it, right? And that self-reflection, really digging into yourself and learning yourself and correcting those mistakes that we may have viewed as mistakes in the past so that we don't recreate that is so vital to just life in general, you know. And one thing that the overall theme is your children are reflections of you, right? So your children are a lot smarter. I say this all the time. They're a lot smarter than we think they are, right? And they see a lot more than we think that they see, and they understand a lot more than we think they understand. And being that example, yes, no, life is not perfect, right? So to try to create this narrative that, oh, life is so perfect, you don't have to struggle. They're gonna struggle. They need to see that so they know and learn how to overcome that, right? So I just commend you ladies, you know, because I don't have children, like I said, so I can't attest to or speak on, you know, what it's like to raise a child, but I can say as a woman who was raised by my parents, you know, not everything was shown to me, but the things that were helped me to be who I am today. You know, the type of parents that I have helped me to be the woman and evolve into the woman that I am today. You know, so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for, you know, not seeing that everything was perfect because everything is not perfect, right? So I commend you ladies, you know, again, your children are a true reflection and testament of you, and you guys are doing, especially Nicole, because but such an amazing job, showing them what it's like, to be strong, but to be vulnerable, to have those different variations of life in itself. Because I promise you, they're going to have to go through the same thing as well, right? Not the same thing, but they're going to have to experience their own trials and tribulations, and they have to see and learn how to get through that as well, right? And sometimes they just have to learn stuff on their own. There's nothing you can really do but to be there to support them. And like you said, whatever the decisions are, don't have expectations, because they're their own individuals.
Yeah.
But just trusting yourself that you did the best that you can do. You did your job. And to trust them to make their own decisions. Sometimes they're going to mess up. That's life. That is life. But, I have learned so much from you ladies today. Even though I was kind of a little quiet because a lot of it I couldn't really talk to. But I've learned so much. So in the event that does ever happen for me, I kind of have a good system and a good support system around me. I thank you ladies for the wisdom and for the knowledge and for your testimony, because not only did it affect me, I'm pretty sure it affected a lot of women with and without children. So
Aww. It was so beautiful.
That was so silly.
That was so deep. Like, that's like the benediction of the evening. You know what I'm saying? I am Chanel Narcissus. And these are my words of wisdom for today.
Oh my God, Quest.
That's my voice when I think of Chanel. I can't help it. I think, and today it's the shoulder. It's the shoulder, and the side. So it's like it's giving. It's giving. It's giving.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
You guys are too funny. This was fun.
Yes, this was amazing.
Thank you.
I love this. This has been great. I needed it. I needed a nap first.
Right.
But then I looked at the time. I was like, oh, I got to get on at 3 hours early for Chanel, get her lighting right. So
I need a nap too, and I still ain't take it. I look at my luggage and stuff sitting right over there.
Wow.
They just brought it to my room.
You about to get it in now.
No, I have this cocktail event to meet it's like other travel people here and stuff like that. So we have to do that. So I was like, well, this was a blessing because it kept me awake because I would have knocked out. And I didn't want to do that.
Well, Whitney, for being my blessing today. Thank you so much for sharing your book. I mean, it's a journey. It's a journey. And every woman that's on here has a different story. And that's what impacts me to see, oh my gosh, our village is growing. It's growing. The community of women that are speaking from real life experiences. And we're all going through it some way, somehow. So TQuest, once again, my queen.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for making this possible. So your creation is growing. So thank you.
Amen. And I just want to say thank you to Orgy Lyles who tuned in, who has happened to be TQuest and Whitney's escaped mother. And obviously she did a wonderful job because exhibit A and B. That part. I was saying, when you got to go from your parents' experience, even though my mom did have to go through things because she was a single mom. She always, one thing I could say, no matter what happened, you could see her heart. Even if she had to give us, if we wanted to go on a trip or wanted to do some or experience the world, she give her, she'll work hard and give us her last dime so we can have these experiences.
Yeah.
So we can be who we want to be. And I always said, my mom gave me the blueprint, good, better, and different. How to be a woman, how to be a wife, and you're welcome. Give me a kiss. But it's true. She gave us the blueprint, and I always told her, I was like, you laid the foundation, now I'm just laying on top of that. I'm not starting. She's not the type of parent who wanted us to start from the bottom because, you know what I'm saying? Wherever she ended is where she wants us to continue to grow. And I try to do the same thing with my children and me as a woman in general. Be there for my sisters, be there for whoever I can be when I have to be there. So I just want to make sure, we do that because Chanel's right. We are reflections of our parents, and even my father might drive me crazy sometimes. But it's like I tell you, your family's going to bring out who you really are.
Yeah.
And I think all of them, if it wasn't for Quest, if it wasn't for John, if it wasn't for Audrey, Roy, Jayon, Jay, those are my main people. Ashley too, because she be testing me. My nephew Ashton, he's just a sweetheart, so he doesn't bring out anything crazy in me because he's just too sweet to do that.
He's
But
very me.
You see how she tested my patient right there when she said that? But I caught myself. You see, that's growth. That's growth right there, y'all. But
it was adding to your life some way, somehow.
You see what I'm saying? But if it wasn't for family, a real family who really loved you, no matter what's going on, who you could talk, like, you're gonna get my hair, but still be there, be a rock, know you got somebody you can lean on and count on. So shout out to my whole crew.
Count on me through. No.
And I, Nicole, loved you. Girl, you are a beautiful chocolate woman. And inside and out. Because the melanin was popping. I said, her melanin is popping today. I need to be on that beach to get that melanin freaking good. But even the stuff that you were saying was beautiful and being open. It's funny how we start off with a book and it came to I realized. But that's how it be doing, y'all. It be doing y'all like that.
So no, I appreciate you sharing that because it was like, oh wait. But no, it's real because at the end of the day, and I'll say this, self-discovery is it's a hard pill to swallow sometimes, especially if you're trying to really see yourself.
Yes.
Because you've been hiding behind the mask for so long that now that you really have no choice but to see yourself, it's like, oh wait, we got to correct. And you got to be real and authentic with yourself and say, you know what? I'm gonna hold myself accountable. I didn't know what I was doing. I had some flaws. I had some past trauma that I wasn't really recognizing that I created. And a lot of people ain't gonna say that. They just gonna mask it up, keep masking, putting makeup, keep layering it up, but never looking within your true self. And if anything, this is what that show is also telling me too, is that it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be authentic. It's okay to have the smile, but know behind that smile was some pain too. It's okay to cry with my sisters and knowing that it's in a safe space.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And to know that we have real conversations. It's a struggle out here being a mother or divorced, or like you even said, thank God for your mother when she said that you gotta have a funeral for your ex. What?
I ain't never had that conversation.
Burn some paper.
Because you don't listen, Quest. I'm convinced. Me and Quest live in the same household. And we lived in the same house our whole life. Because I swear, Quest be like, I don't remember any of these things. No one told me that. I'm like, where the heck were you? We lived in Connecticut. We went to North Carolina in the summer. We come back to Connecticut. We go back to North Carolina in the summer with our daddy. Me and Quest always been together. That's why she's always been dressed like me, and we always have pictures from us when we was a child. As you seen in the National Sibling Day, it's the same person, just two different bodies. And I'm like, she be like, "What? I don't know any of this." I'm like, "Where have you been? Because all my life you've been right next to me."
Like, you know what I think it is? I think it's because I think it stems from what you said, how you are closer to mother and father because you was always home. You know what I'm saying, with them. So you are actually having conversations with them. So you're asking questions or they're giving advice because you guys are always having those one-on-ones. So I think the stuff that you're saying is from your one-on-ones with them. And I'm not around for that. You know what
I think Quest be blocking stuff out.
To be honest, I have blocked out a lot of my past to the point people be like, remember? I'll be like, what are you talking about?
Right.
That was not me. I was not there.
That's why I think I'm like, Quest be blocking out stuff.
But I think what I just said was truly what it is, to be honest. I think from your one-on-one conversations.
Could be.
Because I've never had relationship conversations with our parents. In general, because I was just all about music and entertainment. That's the only thing I ever talked and discussed with anybody. So I never talked about my personal life until now. Hey, Nina.
And that's why I got all the jewels, because I was talking about my personal life. I've always been a transparent person. Because I feel like if you're not transparent, no one will see your authenticity and no one can grow and you can't grow. Because if you give me fake, I'm done with you. Like
You call me fake?
No, I'm just being my own personal experience. Like with my parents were my blueprint. Good, bad, wrong, or indifferent. No one could tell me anything good or bad about my parents because I know my parents. I always been with my parents or even my siblings. You can't tell me good, bad, or wrong about any of my siblings. I got told twice. I feel like I'm the United Nation in the family, neutral party. I'm very like the neutral party with everybody, and I'm the middle child, which is very interesting. But I always thought if I had to go to somebody, my first people are my mom, my dad, my siblings. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not going to grandparents, I ain't going to cousins. If I'm going to somebody, my mom, my dad, or then my siblings. And my best friend, because she was like my sister. We've been friends for over 30 years. She was talking about you the other day, some stuff we was doing in North Carolina on vacation, and was cracking up. Do you remember what she used to say? But so I had real conversations with my parents. You know what I'm saying? About relationships because I was, want to be in a relationship. I love love. I always loved love. You know, if I want to be intimate or whatever, I was like, well, I hope my mom asks me so I can tell her what I want to say. And it's like, what do you? I feel like you want to tell me. Well, since you're asking, let me tell you. So I always felt like that, and I always give props to my mom and my dad because I got closer with my dad as an adult. When I went to college and I was going through that relationship with the guy, and I was telling my dad, and over the phone, I was like, this guy, I just don't have anyone to talk to, blah, blah, blah. Mommy don't like him. And he's like, well, let me tell you my experience. That's the first time I had a real conversation with my dad, and I was a grown up about relationships. But I had to tell him all my tea first for him to spill his tea. And that's how it's generally, because he was like, how else can I explain this to my daughter? You know what I'm saying? But I had to initiate the conversation. This guy, and he ain't doing this, and I'm off in college. I don't know these people. So I talked to my mom, and then I called my dad because I still wasn't done venting.
But isn't that what I just said? That this
So
came
I'm saying you're right,
from the
but I'm saying,
101
and then I went to
conversations.
until I was an adult with my father. My mom, like my life, but until I remember, I was in college, staying at I didn't even have my dorm or nothing yet. I was at a hotel, and I was pissed off. I remember on the balcony going off, and that's the first time that I had a real conversation about like life and relationships with my father. That was a one-on-one conversation, but I thought mom told everybody about this funeral thing, so I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think I'm not wrong. Look at Quest face.
Like I said, it was from your 101 conversations.
Well, now you know I can share the jewels from Audrey's mouth to my ears, from my mouth to yours.
Absolutely.
Love
Absolutely.
you guys.
Well, this has been great.
Yes, it has.
This is Taurus season.
Yes, it is. Woo, 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 woo. Taurus in the house,
Anyways, so
Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday.
yeah, so Nicole just had a birthday.
Happy birthday, Nicole. Taurus.
And Whitney's birthday is coming up. So
Real, recognize real.
Yes. I'm getting in the book club. I'm getting in the hey.
You should know this was gonna happen. You got two Tauruses on the show. You should know. You should have known.
I don't judge people off their signs. Like I'm not into all that. Look at Chanel's face. See what I'm saying? She got a whole song. She got a whole song about it. She got people judging people by their signs, by what planet they from. You know how they look, if they pretty or not, or if they're beautiful. Like she's talking about everybody in all her songs. Like I peeped that.
I gotta get some anointing oil on all these planets and stuff.
Mercury and Venus.
I'm listening. Remember I told you I got this cocktail thing, so I had to find an iron. So I was like, do they got an iron in here?
I always get nervous with hotel irons because I don't know if they got that black stuff on it.
That's why I'm nervous. I'm about to let me get a towel, but I'm gonna get a 5-star property.
It looks good.
That's my thing.
You got some Lysol?
Yeah, and I think I saw somebody from housekeeping, but I'm like, this is a 5-star property. They better not mess with my code because I'm like, listen here, people. I'm gonna give you a bad review. because I don't keep it big. So, but I gotta iron my dress so I could come out, stepping in these streets.
I gotta go cook so I can just get it done.
Yeah,
Why
I
you
gotta
making spaghetti?
No, with the garlic bread and the salad, but no.
I'm gonna have pasta tonight because I want some. I'm listening. Go ahead, Quest. Make your dinner. It was fun, guys. It really was. Birthday next week, though, so y'all know I'm gonna be
When's your
turning
birthday?
up. May 8th.
May 8th. Everybody I know got May 8th and May 9th.
Because they good people.
Yes. I'm surrounded around a lot of Tauruses. Taurus for life. Yes.
Yes.
And Virgos, and Virgos, and Libras, and Libras.
Yeah,
Yay.
make sure you said that because you saw the faces.
Look, I'm very secure in my awesomeness, so even if she didn't say it, I know I'm Liddy. Okay. Or I can, put on my Chanel.
Well, my son's Libra.
Of course, yes. We are the best, so we keep everything balanced. Don't you agree, Chanel?
It's exciting.
See?
Oh, God.
No, this has definitely been fun.
Yeah.
But, woo! I'm having a day.
Forward to the
All right.
next one.
My video is going out.
Yes.
Yes, that's a sign. All right, you guys, be safe out there, and Chanel will coordinate the next time.
Did she take the bookkeeping notes?
I'm taking her original advice because the other way I was tempted to do is an epic fail. So I'm just like, let me just listen to Chanel. She's a smart lady. Look, I'm admitting it. I'm just saying. I had a vision. I didn't realize how stressful the vision was. I'm over it. Okay, you win. Okay. But let me end this because people probably what they talking about. What they talking about. So this has definitely been great. Shout out to everybody. If you want to know how to follow us, all you gotta do is look at the flyer because all the info is there.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Okay. And